players now what feel the and yeah, try and try something different. At least try to save, you know, the team. And then you say, those who are making these legitimate demands, no, they don't wish you 1% almost destabilize it. How does reshuffle your team? Obianka say, Obi Kofatu and Obi could disrupt this democracy. Nobody has said that. That is what will amount to destabilization and subversion. Nobody has said that. It is out of our living reality, your concrete conditions, the way Bibia Apaska, Bibia Nkoye, and there is no hope in sight. We keep moving from bad to worse, sector by sector. And I say, Coach, your poucho, do something. Look, I have had leading members of the New Patriotic Party, including an association, and chair. And so they were calling themselves Association of Food Soldiers.
AFA, yeah, Alliance of Food Soldiers Advocacy.
Yes. You know, known activists of the NPP. I mean, these are activists who have not spared, you know, some of us in time past. You know, they wish the president well. They want their party to succeed. Omunina, add them with us, including many civil society activists who have made the call, say, President, this is a horrible situation. In this Fourth Republic, probably even in the entire history of our country, we have never witnessed such an abysmal performance. We've never seen such a horrendous output. All the excuses are more, you know, pandemic, Russia-Ukraine war. These are global conditions. When we go and assess other countries, how is it, say, other countries are showing greater resilience? Other countries are showing, you know, better leadership, inspiring leadership. Should the Ekosiise Rwanda? Rwanda is also a country on earth. Sebi, Omuni Mars and Omuni Jupiter. They have managed the economy so well, sir. Despite the Russia-Ukraine war, despite the pandemic, teachers have received salary increases by as much as 88%. You go to many other countries, from Uganda all the way to Nigeria, to South Africa. They have been able to identify the vulnerable. Omo stipends, support. I don't even want to go to what is happening in the West. Inti Ebanesaina, Ghana and Guadia. And you see, the tragedy, and you say, even the country at the receiving end of the bombs from Russia, Ushomu indicators now, they are doing much, much better than us. So it cannot be, say, it is a pandemic. It is Russia-Ukraine. In any case, many analysts, including the World Bank Country Director, the IMF visiting delegation, Omunyana Akase, even before the pandemic, before the Russia-Ukraine war, we had exhibited clear signs of vulnerabilities. We were really on a downward spiral. And then moving away even from the incompetence and the disastrous output of this his first 11, this is selection. We need also to now analyze the ministers in Libya. Nobody, as at now, understands why these ministers are post. Example, health minister. Obian himself, health minister, has been indicted by a parliamentary committee, a bipartisan parliamentary committee. I indicted him. Indeed, Usha, the various other papers, Ansana Yabe Rising. What is left is for a vote of censure. The motion has been tabled based on the indictment by the bipartisan committee, the special Sputnik V committee. A vote of censure should be taken on him. Simply put, Yentuaba na yen free health ministry. Will you believe, sir, President Akufo-Addo, despite all of this glaring evidence, I mean, evidence which is incontrovertible, which is irrefutable, which is so solid, he went to his constituency and went to campaign for him. And also, Osei, NDC machinations. I mean, you wonder what really is wrong with our president. And you compare this situation with what has happened elsewhere. Ushe, South Africa. Let me just begin from Africa. Omo Health Minister. It was just an allegation. Say he was trying to take advantage of the pandemic to, as it were, gain personally. Immediately, President Cyril Ramaphosa said on proceeding on leave. And then he himself, he didn't wait for Parliament. President Ramaphosa initiated investigations. And Health Minister, the way now investigations he quickly jumped ship. He resigned out of the government. This is South Africa. And the president was happy to swiftly accept his resignation. I mean, say all you say against Prime Minister Boris Johnson. He immediately relieved the health secretary, Hancock, when he was seen, violating the COVID rules and our restrictions. You ask yourself, what is happening? Look, in our country, the history we've been used to. President Mahama, the Deputy Communications Minister, just a leaked tape about, expressing some thought which many considered unholy. Immediately, she was relieved of her position. President Kufuor Kaya, the Honorable Anane, his issues, with, that US-based lady, Alexandra O'Brien, and matters to do with, wrongful conduct, infidelity, and all of that, with the Enquirer newspaper, Raymond Archer leading the charge. Such investigations started here. President Kufuor set a good example, relieved him, said, if you are cleared, then you can come back later. You don't see President Akufo-Addo, follow this, decent examples of his predecessors and what is happening elsewhere. Let me take you to Malawi, Minio, Obi. Early this year, the Malawian president, President Lazarus Chikwete, there were allegations of corruption, a few of his cabinet ministers. He dismissed the entire cabinet, or dissolved the cabinet. Say he would not want to preside over a corrupt cabinet. And he was also not happy with the direction of the country, because independent polls, they say the Afrobarometer on Ghana had indicated that the ministers were not doing well. The country was headed in the wrong direction. President Lazarus dismissed everybody. I mean, this is a president who, wants to portray himself as the leader of African presidents, ECOWAS, trailblazer, AU champion, even on gender matters. As former foreign minister, he really likes to tout his international relation credentials. So the question I ask is he not observing these outstanding examples of NPS, South Africa, Malawi, Tanzania, Rwanda, what his peers are doing in these times, showing decisive leadership, strong leadership, incorruptible leadership. I mean, take another example, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. How on earth will a finance minister like Ken Ofori-Atta remain at post when he has withdrawn over 200 million Ghana cedis out of the consolidated fund on the blind side of Parliament without parliamentary approval, ostensibly to construct a national cathedral? Sikano Krano, there's no evidence it went into the cathedral project. The project is still a foundation. Some people say it looks like a fish pond. All kinds of diversions have taken place. Compensation has not been paid. There's a looming judgment debt as we speak. The Article 178 of our Constitution has been flagrantly violated. Such a finance minister remains at post. Conflict of interest. This same finance minister, you decide a direct question in Parliament, say, bonds now were raised from 2017. How much has accrued to Data Bank? He was happy to reveal, say, they have made 159 million, almost 160 million Ghana cedis on just bonds alone, in all kinds of dubious conflict of interest arrangements. Who will tolerate such a minister? Charles Edoubois is also there. Black Star Holdings. Into Omodia, they are just profiting from our misery. When we are drowning in debt, economy no collapse no. Shebebia currency no. Look at who would have thought say, a CD to dollar exchange would now be hovering around 9 Ghana cedis. All indications are that into December it will be 10. I mean, it's unimaginable. And you have these ministers still at post.
Sammy, the question then would be, and I would ask two questions in one. First part, we've been on this road before, and I recall, sir, in the year 2015, when things got difficult, the then President John Mahama called for a national conversation, and no edit the century summit no eba during those heady days no. I don't recall, say, the finance minister then was reshuffled. Why do you think it should happen this time around? And again, I've heard people also argue, say, when you are in the middle of a crisis, what trigger already conversations with the IMF? Tima ewohwa ewoso mo engage IMF nene ade no. If you want to reshuffle them at this time, and unim say when a new minister comes in, time we here to take control of the ministry, to understand the workings of the ministry, it takes time. You don't want to do that in the middle of a crisis. We hear or more established that are in the ministries to help you get out of the crisis. What do you think?
Well, brilliant question. I mean, responding to the latter first. In the middle of a crisis, first of all, you assess how you got into the crisis. Crisis we have found ourselves is self-inflicted because the evidence is overwhelming. So many countries around us. Look, even our neighbors, their inflation is not where it is. Debt to GDP ratio is not where ours is. Fiscal deficit is nowhere near where ours is. Into where we are is because of gross ineptitude and mismanagement of the Ghanaian economy by people who set out to profiteer, to set up an empire and, as it were, benefit from our miseries, from our woes. Until once they are personally benefiting, they didn't care what was happening to the larger Ghanaian society. That is what has brought us where we are. And in the middle of a crisis, sometimes, and indeed, what most leaders do, and it's to bring in freshness, to bring in relief, you change those who have created the crisis, and you bring in people who are not associated with the crisis, who did not cause the crisis. What that does, it immediately brings in new confidence, a renewed sense of confidence. Look, I can tell you, sir, when you engage key analysts within various spectrums, even within international corridors, they ask, sir, so why are all these people still there? Particularly the finance minister. Just even as a matter of credibility, finance minister, what I said, no, he has no regard for the IMF. We are proud people. These are his exact words. So we can manage our own affairs. We will never go to the IMF. What do they have to offer? How do you expect such a person leading IMF negotiations? I mean, ab initio, no, there's bad blood, there's mistrust, there's bad faith. How do you expect, sir, Ghana will get the best deal? And people will even have the market, various industries will even have confidence with these same people who have superintended over the crisis, no, claiming to be the ones who can bring us out. How do you expect things to pan out? It's a wrong strategy. It's a wrong strategy. Look, what we stand to benefit just by a mere announcement of a new team, a fresh team with fresh ideas. Look, you will be shocked how the market will respond. I totally disagree, sir. They are conversant with the crisis. I mean, they are a team that have showed that they can do it. Why do you want to keep? I mean, if Ghana was your company and you've employed a staff that is always, mismanaging your company and you are making losses, Obeka say, omona creating losses, no, omona creating that environment of meltdown and insolvency. They should bring us out. They will know how to bring us out. I mean, really, are you going to take that risk if Ghana was your corporate entity? You would not. The answer is obvious. Now, our first question on the President Mahama era.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be clear, sir. President Mahama, unlike President Akufo-Addo, did numerous reshuffles. Say you can't reshuffle. It's not just about one minister now, one portfolio.
Asempa FM.
That's why in my submission I started with the general outlook of the government, the direction of the country, all the analysts, all the surveys, and all the indicators, independent organizations who have confirmed. And bravo, as Bob Marley said, he who feels it knows it.
Yeah.
We know how things are in such a messy situation. We are all suffocating. We are suffering. We are struggling. We are dying. President Mahama, just like his predecessor, President Mills, may I say, even the various sectors that I served, I had various bosses under President Mills. May I say, we started with the Honorable Zita as Information Minister. There was the Honorable John Tia as Information Minister. There was the Honorable, I think the last Information Minister was the Honorable Fritz Bafo.
Yeah.
And then my colleague, James Ajeni went to tourism and then was brought back. And so Minkwana Meka Ministry of Information Hall in terms of the 4-year duration. And you can say same for many other sectors, trade, energy, education. They were changing, faces and all of that. You cannot compare all our presidents, to be fair, from President Rawlings, President Kufuor, President Mills, President Mahama, when they have been sensitive to the demands of Ghanaians. Any time Ghanaians have said, sir, and now one kasakra, I recognize it, sir. Look, as a coach, we can beef up this sector. We can, and sometimes it's not even really, if you look at their history, it's not necessarily, say, even some persons may not be performing, but they notice that, we were interest be in this particular sector. And now, Deputy Minister, where I show a lot of promise, I'm promoting, and now I say, this is now my priority, my focus as president. These are the areas that I think I should send some of my sharpshooters to help me deliver on a particular mandate and a particular, objective I must set it. But this is one president who clearly doesn't seem to believe in reshuffles. He's a we need to do a history analysis, a historical analysis of all our presidents now. This is one president. He clearly does not believe in reshuffles. And it's not as if he even puts in place mechanisms. And we a president that won't believe in reshuffles. Now, so you, in terms of monitoring, in terms of your awareness, in terms of your um, your ability to, as it were, hold your ministers accountable and in check. You, and in terms of even know-how about the details, the nitty-gritties, the bolts and nuts of those sectors. We don't see that. We don't see that from this president. And honestly, look, we must all be worried. It is clear that we are doomed. What tier president? Look, the words he's using say this is team, a fantastic team. They are outstanding performance. I mean, Obi, when you listen to the president, honestly, did you believe that this was an interview being done in 2022 at this time? I mean, it's shocking. And you see, I look back to our recent history. Ubekaya, Professor Mills Abreso, when the Honorable Spiogabra or Cho, that famous op-ed in the Daily Graphic.
Yeah.
Team B why is President Mills fielding Team B?
Yeah.
When people like them who are Team A performers are on the bench. You compare and contrast, and you look at the achievements of that era of the Team B team. That was the time Ghana recorded the highest GDP growth rate in our entire history, 14.4%. In CEDA. That was the time we had the longest sustained single-digit inflation, 33 months of single-digit inflation.
Yeah, but it was also under an IMF program, no?
No, under Professor Mills.
In 2009, we went for an IMF program. Yes.
Yes, after the transition period. Yes, but the longest period. We had similar IMF arrangements under previous governments, but we didn't record, such a feat. So let's be clear, sir. Somebody must wake the president up. Somebody must burst that bubble the president has found himself in, and he should stop calling this team outstanding performance. They have achieved outstanding results. I mean, where? Unfortunately, when he speaks, he just makes broad, flowery statements without any evidence, without any proof, without any substantiation. On my end, some indicated. Tell us which sector. Is it planting for food and jobs, which has failed?
This final question, Mepacho, and I'll take you to the IMF website. In the IMF, I publish frequently asked questions on Ghana. In the key questions on Ghana, this was published on the 13th of July, 2022. And also read the key questions regarding Ghana and the IMF. Amongst other things, one of the questions the IMF responds to on this website, why is Ghana requesting an IMF program? Why is Ghana requesting an IMF program? The answer they provide, Ghana's fiscal and debt vulnerabilities are worsening fast amid an increasingly difficult external environment. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Ghana's public debt increased from 65% to 80% of GDP. At the same time, the government's fiscal efforts to preserve debt sustainability were not seen as sufficient by investors, leading to credit rating downgrades, non-resident investors' exit from domestic bond market, and loss of access to international capital markets. These adverse developments, further exacerbated by the price and supply chain shocks from the war in Ukraine, have led to a large exchange rate depreciation, a surge in inflation, 29.8% year-on-year inflation in June, and pressure on foreign exchange reserves in the past month. In this context, the government has requested assistance from the IMF, and we have kickstarted the initial discussions on how to best address Ghana's challenges. An IMF-supported program aims to provide space for Ghana to implement policies which will restore macroeconomic stability and anchor debt sustainability while protecting the most vulnerable part of the population. It should help create the conditions for inclusive and sustainable growth and job creation. This will help strengthen policy credibility, alleviate exchange rate pressures, and provide catalytic effect on financing. And clearly, Sami, the IMF believes that external shocks play key role. They single out COVID, they single out the Ukraine war.
I mean, the passer were kind this IMF document. And when you read it carefully, Omo use words like worsening, exacerbated. All of this confirms that we were on a downward trajectory. Na niema asay, na say, the ineptitude, the incompetence, the cluelessness was palpable. It was producing certain negative results into the pandemic, and then the Russia-Ukraine war exacerbated. So, Obronia uses the word exacerbation. It means that say that way above the Western. That's the point we have always been making. It's a clear confirmation. And IMF worker said, "Oh, Unim, this was a sterling performer. Things were in such great shape. They were the best performers in the world, like under Professor Mills, 14.4%, longest single sustained digit inflation, and all of that. And it is the pandemic that has, as it were, caused a U-turn and a change in fortune. But that's not the write-up. That is not what the IMF is saying. The IMF is confirming, say, na niema say, and the external shocks further exacerbated the word they use, and it worsened our situation. You can't take refuge. You can't seek succor in this IMF. You know, they choose their words carefully.
Yeah.
I mean, these experts, they go through various consultancies. I mean, the best brains you can find because they can afford them. You know, so they choose their words carefully. Look, this pandemic and Russia-Ukraine war, what it has done is that exposing vulnerable economies, particularly economies that didn't have the right structures, that the things were artificial, so-called gains were just superficial. The pandemic exposes you, and that's why you have a situation like what you are seeing in Sri Lanka, what you are seeing in Lebanon, what you are seeing in El Salvador, what you are seeing in Ghana. The countries where they were robust and they had built resistance, they had built buffers, you know, and reserves. They are doing quite fine. They are doing quite fine. These things, just these external forces, it only comes to really show your true level. It shows your true level. It amplifies what is the case. So, oh yeah, dear, we will see that level of resistance.
Very well.
So, what say economy? If you mismanage the economy now, these external factors will just expose you the more, and that is what is happening in the case of Ghana. But let me conclude by saying, sir, look, the time has come for us to admit, sir, we really need a paradigm shift. We can't continue chasing after the same solutions, going to the IMF for the 18th time. Look, since 1967, this same part, Mboyeng, many TUC4, and many analysts and scholars who are saying that Ghana must change the structure of its economy. We need new thinking. We need visionary leadership, because what we are doing is just tinkering. If we continue IMF and the IMF don't be mistaken, say they want you to be permanently weaned off. They would help you momentarily, give you some temporary solutions, hoping that you will come back to them. They are in this for business, and there is something to be said about countries like the Asian tigers. They didn't go to the IMF to transform their societies. The only difference was that they had clear visionary leaders who were aware of the times, leaders who, when there is such an abysmal outlook, they won't say, ministers performing in an outstanding way and be praising their ministers, patting them on the back. Because, look, he himself, he is the leader of the cabinet. Perhaps we should look at it this way, sir. He cannot reshuffle the team because on himself on one casano is part of the problem. If he starts talking about reshuffle, what it means is we must reshuffle the entire government. He must leave. The MPP must pack bag and baggage, and we need a new solution, a new government to come and rescue us. But look, more fundamentally, Nominia, we need new thinking, a paradigm shift, Yentome and Osei, and think that IMF will bring us any solutions. Let us see
obviously
that sharp, decisive, visionary leadership that will change the structures and change the fortunes of our country. It's the only way out.
Obviously, you don't believe, say, and I say it is obvious, say, your party, the NDC, cannot give us that new thinking because you've probably sent us to the IMF more than any other party in government, no?
I have told you, sir, since 1967, I've been very honest in my submission, very objective, very patriotic to say, sir, since we started going to the IMF, since 1967, what has changed? Remember, sir, look, there are even members of the NPP who do not necessarily support this decision. I know of even cabinet ministers who don't support this decision of going to the IMF. I know how President Mahama did everything possible to keep us away from the IMF. Look, it was a very painful decision. He was so reluctant, so hesitant to look. Interna, eventually, even the program the IMF came to implement was our Senchi program, the home grain solution. He really thought, sir, that homegrown solution will be accepted by, the market and the international, finance community. But unfortunately, they still wanted a certain so-called IMF credibility. And we must admit, sir, this is a time for sober reflection. This path we have been on. Look, can't we see, sir, that is not what has transformed Singapore. That's not what has transformed Malaysia. That's not what has transformed Japan. That's not what transformed Rwanda. We don't need this same, short-term, cheap, opportunistic outcomes, which are so superficial. It doesn't go deep. It doesn't address the fundamental issues. And honestly, the kind of visionary leaders, who here leader who can take the tough decision, the leader who can say, I'm not going to appoint over 300 staffers. Me appoint 100 ministers. I'll cut down expenditure. I will pursue corruption vigorously because there's a lot of leakage. 50 billion now, Auditor General or reporting since 2017. When he said the so-called balance of payment support, IACK, it's not more than $3 billion. At today's exchange, it's less than half of the 50 billion we can't account for. It is not for want of ideas. Look at the resources at your war. Look, many countries in this world will just pray for half of our resources. Say, Ubenya gold, Ubenya oil, Ubenya diamond, timber, bauxite at the same time.
Yeah, but I mean, the kind of leader you describe, your party hasn't got that, do you?
Why do you say that? Look at compare President Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. I didn't want to go into the usual, political football. But if you call for it, if you invite me to do that, visionary projects are President Mahama. Look, the Ghana Gas Project. every year, Bia is saving us in excess of $400 million of foreign exchange. Just look at the vision behind that Ghana gas project. Since he left, we haven't seen anything like that. We have not seen any major transformational project like that. I mean, see his interventions in the hospital sector. Share UGMC, our first quaternary hospital. You won't find any even in West Africa. Share the regional hospital, Shao Sudoku, the regional hospitals, the polyclinics all over the place, and how that gave sustainable jobs, to healthcare workers. COVID by and Kenyasa intervention now, President Mahama, and that's visionary leadership. Who didn't have to wait for a pandemic to now say I'll do agenda 111.
Again, to be fair, if you take UGMC, if you take Ghana Gas, these were projects that predated John Mahama as president. No,
I disagree. Because
I know UGMC sword was cut for UGMC in 2011.
Who was the head of the economic management team?
No, but we had a president at the time.
Who led those negotiations? No, you see, he was part of the team. He was. Look, when it suits them, they call it the Mills Mahama era. When we are now talking about the visionary leadership of that era, and not yet they say take him out. If it was some negativity, Ombeka said, "Oh, it was the Mills Mahama era." He was part of it. I know he led the negotiations. He was head of the economic management team.
Very well.
Even this sustained single-digit inflation, the highest GDP growth rate, and all of that. You can't discuss these achievements without President Mahama as vice president at the time, leading these efforts. And we all know, sir, President Mills had so much confidence in him, and many analysts were in awe. They admired how he delegated tremendously and allowed the vice president room to operate and to bring his skills to bear.
Very well.
Look, let's hold our leaders to the fire.
Okay.
I mean, mediocrity, adults. You can't be in a cost of living crisis. You can't be in an IMF ailing economy where you can't even pay your NAPCO trainees for about 9 months. Some of us MPs are forced to assist them every now and then. I mean, every sector is in such a mess. Every single indicator is pointing to the negative. And then you say, sir, your team is performing in outstanding manner. It's really an insult, to the Ghanaian people. And a lot of these, jokes and theatrics, lives are at stake. This is not the time for this kind of, presidential, insults. Very frank.
And let me again congratulate you for some of the good stuff you're doing in your constituents. We've been following you, and we are proud of you. Yeah, that's a part. Why?
Oh, me that's it. And I'll invite you to my new hospital project. I know the owner. You lead the charge.
Sami Okuje to a Blackwa and Amoten and Kano North Tongue Member of Parliament and Yeneno Edi and Komo, responding to some of the issues the president raised in that interview I think it was on North Star Radio in the northern part of the country. Ekosiisen On Asempa 94.7 FM. We've lined up some other very interesting interviews for you. But let me read some few messages and then we'll make progress. Special happy birthday to a friend of Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Oh, Jerry Ahmed Shaibu. Wow. Council Papa, CEO of Coastal Development Authority. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. And live to be 94.7 and beyond. Jerry Ahmed Shaibu, CEO, Coastal Development Authority, NAWODA. Happy birthday. Baby Freno, the lawyer from Choco. Choco lawyer. Jerry Ahmed Shaibu. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Let me see. Wait, sir. Obi, good afternoon. His Excellency, the President's response to Ghanaians on his government reshuffling was below the belt. Even President Kufuor, who left government with all the good indicators, which he wrote on during his campaign in 2008, 2012, and 2016, which saw him winning government or the presidency, reshuffled. So what is he saying? What legacy does he want to leave? These are his men for all his 8 years in government. He should listen to the public and relieve Honorable Ken Oforiatta from the finance ministry and the Bank of Ghana governor, Dr. Addison, from his government, or he would receive more worsening downgrades. This cannot be we have the men. Where are the men with this depressing and depreciation of the city? Asaki, a wing gobbet, and on the way. But in Asaki, former PNC flag bearer, hopeful, and executive secretary, Importers and Exporters Association. Asaki, good afternoon to you. Okay. Let me read the other messages we have for you. But before that, no ma mention afi yeni enkomo Ekosiisen. So Doctor Edu Owusu Sarkodie, a economist. Let's pick his views on the downgrade our S&Ps at the Amains. Now we've been graded as junk as a country. It's terrible. But Doc, Yamuakwabe Ekosiisen in Boko there. Obiajo. Was it something I was expecting? Your bedroom level a credible ratings agency ever in this kind of ratings?
That started at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You're downgrading somewhere, I think, February or March. And issues of we have not been able to resolve the issues. The issues are still with us. The government's inability to raise enough domestic revenue, which is something I preaches all this while. Say we must be able to raise our own domestic revenue. Now, capital market now, borrow crowd, almost say, Sika o pe wo man mu a, what be a service debt no, what be tia e ho nsi ho na e ka no. Omo nyi ni say obenya say sika no wo man. And they are basing their argument on the fact that revenue measures are put in your budget. They don't think you'll be able to meet it. So the whole issue is about the revenue measures. Abandoned to budget now, main budget original last year, which is this year's budget original last year. Plus revenue measures or revise or review in the mid-year budget. Almost share main budget of this year, almost share review of this year mid-year budget na. Almost say revenue na buy no air pen. Di bibes ebetua bosia bono ne yi no. Enya dia aban benya cheska no. Enti we are vulnerable, we may default even if people give us their money. That is why from the whole of this year Ghana has not been able to go to the capital market because Obia fee say or this Ghana buy enya sika or no any memo or the betua hunti hono a tia amortization. And it was expected and it was here before. First of all, we must admit that there's a problem. I think as a government, as country, as the opposition party, NDC, and the rest, we must all admit that there's a problem and deal with it. If you don't admit that there's a problem, you may not find a solution for it. But once you admit it, you're about halfway through solving the problem. And so we must admit that as a country, Oshe tama yewi hipikina besi sabreya. Baby America, and I make reference to a research area. The growth rate of the public debt has always outpaced the growth rate of domestic revenue. And that's a fact. You can look at the figures. So you see Bobusia and Tentem Americana Bosiano Kono. Eko enim chair Americana ye domestic revenue no echo. So the growth rate of the public debt always outpaces the growth rate of domestic revenue. In other words, as a country, no, Bosnian energy home. Say ye pisika wo ye memu dia dabi. Why? Because so ka say wo ye measures ye be disika be mo man mu a ahwe akotia obi na so. Nipa no so ato about 4 years na ma no any time. Enti open term any the easiest way is to go and borrow. And also na dey ahoma be so ye kon ye nyina ye mene 80.
But the other thing, and it's because we were told by analysts like yourself, say Ghana take the bull by its horn. Now you're going to an IMF program. At least the mere announcement in post after Ghana at the IMF no will restore some level of confidence in the ability as a country to manage challenges are now your woman, because again a homegrown enhanced program they call IMF ebe support. And how come say markets then respond up until now?
Obi ba me say a question what program no me dey hu.
No, I say the mere announcement impose a call to the IMF no should engender some level of confidence.
At the time abana yes announcement you know. The market reacted, if you remember, the market reacted positively. There was a positive reaction from the market. But I feel market, you know, any morning, academia, any media, foreign researchers, any politicians, Obia share media budget or pay the programmer. They call IMF, you know, who's our program. And yes, the market will react initially, but when the dust settles, they are like, okay, hold on, let us not react too much because we have to see the documents. As we speak, I don't know where government has gotten to with the negotiation stage.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that the first stage is the data interrogation or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have to look at the data first, and then based on the data, they will prescribe a kind of program that they think, or they will agree with the government to say that this is what suits your economy or what suits your present situation.
Now, and also almost say, doc, a bit to me, some negotiation bit me be 1 year, 6 months or 1 year. And the meaning say from now till time I be negotiations, no. Now after you know you sign on to a program, no. Niama be ko say ya.
Sanya, it is said the old is obi be bo hobusia ne pa kono yare akọ hospital. Say ne pa kono nya ne ho nya nto doctor nya and diagnose no e man prescription man ho nto no enu medi dwa. So usu mfa usika e man no. Nti international community no mo twen investors no they are all waiting to see the kind of diagnosis doctor na FN IMF no be diagnose the yare no your economy area no. Now we are prescribing medicine office your far or man area sika sem na yare no e benya ahoden. Enti omo mo tin China so no. They are all waiting. They are all waiting. In fact, our own domestic investors, they are all interested in what will happen. Our own banks, here money are buying the I will tell you, say they are all waiting to see the prescribed programmer. IMF and a time lag as I'm making. There's a lag between time announcement, you know, any time abandonnya in a prescribed program. A whole amount for share how they want to react. And let us not forget, sir, market, you know, whenever you hear market, think of profitability. Because we'll be in who market, eco lose revenue, eco make losses. Obia call the market to make profit. Inti ni pana anko na omo ni yebedi dwa no. Omo so omo share omo profit omo benya free ya ho. Omo nya for the Christmas. Omo nya for the Christmas. Inti let us also put that one into perspective, sir. The market has not reacted so much because almost so many profit making entities. So they will not come here and make losses. They are looking at how they will make profit. And that is why anytime I will hear downgrade, default, you know, no, or more hope because some say if that's an idea there, you come out now say we need I won't see who to mean Chiawa Kadia. And you're not any quantity, you know, Dija. And there's a lag. Obi, there's a lag here. And for as long as you name the kind of programmer, you demand the government and the Ghanaian economy not there. They will relax, they will wait, they wouldn't want to preempt, they wouldn't want to go ahead of the IMF and then the government's negotiation. They want to wait and see what will come out. And if Sabana at this time or we put your documents together, minimum who is delaying who, whether the IMF or they are not satisfied with the data or it is a government who is not ready. I don't think that we should play delay tactics here, or not tactics, but we should delay the process because Oman si kasem na yare, and we must admit it. And doctor na obesa yare no, all man ho nya ha. Aban so ni kan ho, data you have to provide it. The interpretation of the data, provide the interpretation. Na omuntimi prescribe the program for us because as we speak now. The only solution in the shortest possible time is to have this IMF program. That is the only solution. We cannot have any structural change of our economy without stability. And we need the IMF to give us the stability before we can continue with anything that the government wants to do. Anything. Because I make reference to the first quarter revenue fiscal figures now. Obi, Ubesu. Because the tax revenue was just 12.9 billion. Meanwhile, the debt service was as high as 13.9 billion. So the debt service is just 108% of the tax revenue. And teachers are abandoning to me. That's what it means. Abandoning to me. This is what Bobusia.
Busia is sooner you're locking out.
Busia is locking out. And kind of a domestic so no interest rate in 30%, 28%.
Yeah.
And the only way out now, this is a bilateral, this is a Krubi Air Force, be a China and Japan to and as you speak, you know, because of the COVID war in China, Obian so much children. Obian so much children to say, yeah, free and mine. Then the only person that buy IMF and World Bank. And the negotiation be no more, you know. You get in no one to me because Obiebre, I get the four bread, Obiebre. So see the Nogina Horde in say womb. And that can be Pia. Uti and that's an kawa, work of a car, because I can fool no, or transport to Abafano, Yabatum, the autumn tomatoes and say also for transport, you know. You are too fair and also tomatoes and watum. And see Obia, I become Obia.
Wait, in common way,
negotiation, whatever they have to do to speed up the process.
Yeah.
Because patients knew we are doctor, the patients are, but you don't delay. You don't delay. I don't know where the delay is coming from because I know, sir, from the IMF perspective, you know, Omunim said about 24 other African countries have come to seek help because Omunim the global heat, you know, and because of the recognition, sir. There's a pandemic or there's a global challenge, you know, they will speed up the process. And see, I don't think maybe the government was late. If you want to know, I'm here, passing the government was late. Me, I haven't done analysis to see because by this time I was in Kenya program, no. And see, if you know, say it will take 6 to 1 year. I think you started last year. Not by this time you go through. Because Egypt and Tempana Egypt is signing onto the IMF program. Yeah,
but what is interestingly, Doc, one of the frequently asked questions IMF where on their website also is the request for a program coming too late, given concerns about Ghana's economy and debt situation over the last 2 years. The economic situation is certainly challenging, but there is still scope for the government to take the right steps towards restoring macroeconomic stability and preventing a deeper crisis. Honana, maybe some final questions. It's the monetary and the fiscal policy. Fiscal policy, Ministry of Finance. Monetary policy, Bank of Ghana. And Nioma Bambe here to take us out in our hinge on those two. Ebiaka said the men in charge should go for a new team to be put together to handle the finance ministry. The Bank of Ghana Governor Crash should also go. Do you think that is something the president would have to do immediately, especially Ministry of Finance? There,
this is a political question, but let me answer it from.
No, but you are in the space. You are an analyst, you know better than some of us do.
Let me answer it from the economist perspective. I don't know. I'm not a political expert, so I don't know too much about the politics and the timing and all that.
Yeah.
But let me answer it this way: there should usually be an equilibrium between the monetary sector and the fiscal sector.
Yes.
If the monetary sector is doing something right, and you can say fiscals no cost saying. If the fiscals are doing something right, and you can say monetary no cost saying. So all these people they must be on the same page and have fresh idea. Now back to your question: do we need to sack people, reshuffle, or what? My direct answer is that we need fresh ideas. We need fresh ideas. As to whether it should come from the same people or different people, that one I leave it to the president. It can come from the same people if the same people refresh their mindset. Or say you could be called refresher courses. And whatever you are doing, you are getting the same results. And there's a saying said, if you don't want the results, change your approach. If the governor or the finance minister is using certain approaches, and we are not getting the results, then they must refresh their knowledge and change the strategy. Other than that, then there's the need for a different person who has a better strategy. Bottom line, we need fresh ideas.
Fresh ideas at the helm. Doc, may I not say, we'll come back to you when need be. Yeah, that's a papa anyway. Why?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Dr. Edu Owusu-Sarkodie, an economist, and he lectures at Ghana's only university, the University of Ghana. You're one of our go-to people when it comes to matters on the economy. Yeah, that's Papa Dr. Edu Owusu-Sarkodie. And I'm going to say, AD and Como. Ekosiisen On Asempa 94.7 FM. Obi, those who are calling on the president to reshuffle his ministers are being unfair to him. How can you ask a sleeping man to wake up a man who is slumbering? What moral right will an incompetent and sleeping man on the job have to reshuffle equally incompetent ministers? A fair call will be for the president to resign and the entire government dissolved. Hashtag Sal is a scare on his conscience. Fred Agbenyo. And on the way, Abraham Fred, thank you and good afternoon. We say, okay. Happy 40th birthday to lawyer Sheila Sechi, the office of the First Lady. Have a wonderful birthday, madam, and enjoy your day. Brian Boabin Samuel Nedeweyaba. And he again says, Obi President Akufo-Addo won't take moral lessons from a brothel. Again, he won't take advice from, okay, that's not fair. Samuel Brian Boabin again, but I've edited that part of the message. Well, it's a good afternoon, Obi. The official inauguration of the hot seat is happening this Sunday at Poma Avenue inside Ahafo-Kwapong. The hot seat is an NPP grassroots group in Ahafo region dedicated to helping the party break the eight. Okay, Atta David, office of the President, Jubilee House, and Odiwe Abraying. We say, Obi, please ask Honorable Okudzeto whether whether the visionary leader he talks about is John Dramani Mahama, who put Ghanaians in heat, darkness, hunger, and unemployment for 4 years, and eventually handed us to the IMF. Tell Honorable Okudzeto that UGMC started in 2011 by males. Junior Ewo Tantra Hills Ediao no dia Braying Ini. Let me see. We say, good afternoon, Obi. We need a fresh, Okay, fresh ideas at the Ministry of Finance, period. Alfred Kojo Tradels. Honorable Ablakwa would always be exposed by fact. When you reminded him that the UG hospital existed before Mahama, he responded that Mahama was the leader of President Mills's economic management team. That is not true. Dr. Gobind Nankani, of blessed memory, was the chairman of President Mills's Economic Advisory Council. Someone should please tell Honorable Okwejeto to respect his audience. But the Economic Advisory Council, any different from economic management team. And I say under President Mills, no money economic management team biana. I think that's also a question we need to ask. Yes, we witnessed a good economy under former President J.A. Kufuor when the NDC took over in 2009, but we saw a horrible and horrendous output from the NDC administration. Now we know Ghana's economy is not up to standard, and the NDC are saying they want to take over and shape the economy. Obi, ask Okwejeto, how sure are they? Okay, because when it was a good economy under J.A. Kufuor, they gave us a disaster economy. Richard Krampa, Ewa Blekoma Central, and as I always say, mo type a message, read through it before you press the send button. Very, very important. We say, good afternoon, Obi. The president's response to AFA is shocking. But do you think the president was responding to AFA? It's shocking, uninspiring, and disappointing. Is he saying that there are no other competent people in our party to relieve some of his appointees who have clearly demonstrated that they are overwhelmed by their responsibilities? Regards to Dennis Miracle Sabuaje, Nana Ekuyamwa Boateng. Good day, Obi. It is rather unfortunate that these comments are coming from the president. I will advise the president to leave the NDC out of these matters and rather concentrate on his own party people. The president should direct his anger towards the Alliance for Foot Soldiers Advocacy because they are the people calling for a reshuffle, and he should leave the NDC alone. Look at what is happening in our country. The bond market is a no-go area for us. Our economy has been rated as junk by S&P, and the president says people should not talk. God have mercy. Alhaji Hamza is in pig farm. Obi, the NPP in 2001 inherited an inflation of 48%, and by 2008, inflation was 18% without an IMF program. You think so? You think it was without an IMF program? Osei, okay. The NDC in 2009 brought inflation to 8%, and by the time they were leaving office in 2016, inflation was around 15%. The NPP government has been doing a lot since 2017, but because of insufficient publicity by the state agencies responsible for such numerous projects being undertaken in their offices, it looks like the government is doing nothing. Yao Marvin Kwesimintim at the way up, and he says he's now in Nungwa. Okay. Let me see. Which other ones we can read and then we make progress. Obi, happy first anniversary to Sami Ewuku as Director General of the NLA. Ofie Yendini, Kapo, we are proud of you. Greetings to Honorable Titus Glover. Nana Yerenchi the First. Mampong Ekwapem Apesemakahene. And on the way up. And exactly 1 year since Samia Wuku became Director General of the NLA. Wow, a year comes so soon. Sami, congratulations to you. Kudos to all of the things you're doing at the NLA. And I think the record of performance is there for all to see. But Timothy Hesse, a former Ghanaian athlete. When you Kora, okay, Timothy Hesse, former Ghanaian athlete. May I know any encomo? Timothy, akwaba na pom to say.
Boko.
Fantastic. Who Ghana na say who US is here?
Okay, more US.
US.
Yeah, more Virginia.
Great.
Yeah, more Virginia. Yeah.
Great. Enti time now we are active athletes. No na one no the end na 200 meters, 200 meters, discus, pole vault. The end na wutu.
Oh, okay. My main specialty was 400 meters.
Oh, now we 400 meters.
Yeah.
Wow. And na mo call pitch na ho round back on home.
No.
Enti uko Olympic Games.
Me call Barcelona.
Hey, Barcelona 92. And there's a see match.
Check that.
Yeah. Wow. Not just say, now that you are in the US, no, there happened to colleagues, Birmingham in the UK, no, came as an embarrassment to you, and
Yeah, it was an embarrassment. Also, it was sad because for their training, it's a common games. Only 4 years. So these guys have gone through training, bread from hustle, and then small mistake and stop them from getting a medal. It's very sad. I'll take it as more saddening. Embarrassing because I feel for the athlete. I feel for the athlete.
But I say radio ben wa low and my answer say kasa through earpiece and so yina kasa go phone him direct my me pacha.
Okay, mami earpiece.
Earpiece na my.
Yeah, hello.
Fantastic. Enti during momo time no bibi say esida bibi say trauma da.
Oh, there be me time na CBP na BC wo Atlanta Olympic Games no. Na me time no BBC and CBP but BC wo the same issue no. BC wo Atlanta Olympic Games.
And also na a relay teams
the same 4x1 relay team.
Na ya eden na this hand your money ba. What eden it me this hard never.
You know what? On this particular issue, no, I'm saying just to me, me find it just baby man on happy. There's more issues. There's more issues that involve the way the association is being run on the mechanism. I think that's because where the idea to me happens is just paying attention to detail and making sure that we could have done this earlier an hour before. So I don't look at the issue not happening, because the coach there, one of the coaches there, is my boy,
okay,
and I think he knows a lot. And for him, Krabu say we are bad because of that's more painful to me on the mechanism. But the way the association, that's the major issue. The way the association is being run, it's about time that we should bring a change. Because I don't know if you know, this year, the past athletes of Ghana, we organized a competition with our own money. It wasn't any funding from the government or nothing. But we came up together and said, you know what, athletics, the problem with athletics, there's a complaint, DBR said, they don't have competition. So we say, okay, fine, we're going to plan this. And as a matter of fact, we did it with the GA, which we consulted them. They were able to get a commercial sports stadium for it. But then we organized everything. We put the athletes in hotels for 3 days. We paid for everything.
More old athletes, no?
Yes. We did it this year, June.
Oh, really?
Yes.
With
our own money.
And the athletes here call Commonwealth Games, when you now participate in our games are okay.
Because sometimes most of them were not able to be there because no more were world championships for Oregon.
Oregon, okay.
Yeah, and on Monday, as a matter of fact, the painful thing about this competition is the weekend competition. All the athletes for Nigeria say I'm going to relays. Well, so issues no. People know say there's issues over there. If this say be away a blessing,
because we have a lot of good athletes in Ghana. A lot. And young ones from other states, they're really good. It's a matter of having a good association, a very organized, get them together. That's the issue, and everything starts with leadership.
But
if you don't have leadership, it's not one person.
Timothy, the other thing is
it's going to go well.
Okay, in the association you talk about near the Ghana Athletics Association, Meboa.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't know, see, I'm president here.
Well, I'm president. You know what? As a matter of fact, if I tell you that I really know who runs it, I bet you I don't know. But this is the deal. I don't have a problem mentioning names.
Okay.
Because this thing has been going on for a long time. And we all been asking ourselves the same question. How come the Ghana Kotumrika, we don't take it our local coach? How come the Ghana Kotumrika, and Bonsu is the one, and Bonsu is the former athlete? Why is he the one making selections? Why is he the one all selecting coaches and almost two? How come there are only two coaches almost United, former athletes, all United States? Both of them, they're not two coaches. Why are you taking them and then leaving the coaches in Ghana almost needed that exposure? No? These are some of the issues. Who runs the GA? That's a question I say your listeners and the public need to ask the NSA. Because the NSA, the GA is under the NSA.
Yeah, under the NSA, yes, very true.
So say Ghana got almost 2 coins, they travel. I mean, don't they know who is traveling? Who are the coaches? Are they asking questions? How can the same people? You know, start there. This is happening. Because one, let me tell you something. You said government don't have money to give to athletes.
Yes.
Pure. But then you need people in the association who can go out there and ask them and solicit money from companies. That's how you organize. Like I mentioned earlier, we organize competition, competition of commercial,
yes,
with our own money. So if we can do this, and you have people in the association who can go out there and ask for help. So, it's sad.
Yeah, look, but Timothy, but the truth of the matter, so they say, all over the world, you would realize for some of the other sports, in the over football, for example, there are old footballers or more enter into administrative roles, into Samuel Eto'o-Fields, FA president of Cameroon, Didier Drogba attempted Cote d'Ivoire, we can name a lot, Michel Platini, more, a lot of old players. I would want to believe that most athletes, maybe it's about time you began thinking along those lines. In the Enyawu Timothy Hesse, as GAA president, you can then implement some of the changes you think should be implemented. Why are you not interested? I didn't know. More down, contest.
You know what? I'm not interested. I have a family.
Okay.
Well, I have a good job here. I can't leave my good job and get back. What we can do, right? We can help them. We can best support through leadership. Get themselves back with good intention, not for more personal way. On the mechanic, you will have a lot of people here who are willing to help. If you look, Ghana, you need equipment. At this present time, Ghana, we don't have equipment. On the mechanic, equipment, sponsorship. Asempa is well recognized. Asempa can bring equipment to Ghana because of his name, where he is now. So you need, on the Ghana, I don't have to be president.
Yeah.
But we can support good people or more good intention for the sport. And I'm not thinking, they don't think about themselves. We are willing to do that. We're willing. A lot of us. Look, we do a lot of stuff. We don't talk about it. On the mechanical, actually, this week, and it's actually to Ghana by US. They have full scholarship, which we did for her. So we do a lot of stuff. We don't talk, but then the leadership there, they don't want us. They don't want us closer because of their own personal stuff. And we are not going to fight with them because I'm okay. I have a comfortable life in life. I don't need any money from anybody. All we need is leadership. Because Ghana, we have good athletes.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I was even shocked to know, sir, apart from Azameti and the other guy, all the two new guys, not almost first timer, a journey at a competition like this, and you could see the potential and everything. I agree with the fact that there were a lot of athletes. The other thing I'm a person be boost out Timothy and say, yes, I mean the good people you want to see run the association, will not drop from Mars with the for the want of a better expression. Say be a monso as old athlete, to identify will be say assume as see now maintain the support talent be GAA boss. He can turn around the fortunes of athletics in this country. My identify will be sir, and what would you want to do for the person?
We're working on it. We are working on it. And the Past Athletes Association of Ghana, we are working collaboratively with all the past athletes. 94.7 with you. So we are going to try and set up a team to identify the people that we think can lead the association. And then, because you can't just go and say, who fire me.
Yes.
Because there's a system. There have to be elections because we are all governed by World Athletics Association. So we have to go through the system. And then, but we are planning. Yeah, we are working on it. We have names that we working on it. And then we are going to, get from A to Z the people that we think can bring Ghana athletics back. And then, whatever time there's election, we're going to present those people.
Okay.
Because this is not a matter of saying you're from Brazil, be there and put money. We're not going to do that. Yes, Brazil, we are going to present the people. We're going to make everything open. And we will go have the backing of the past athletes of Ghana because we know, sir, we can bring athletes back. We know, sir, with our experiences, with the exposure to the world, we can help. And the coaches no more Ghana. We can help them because coaches is the candidate division. Because what they did was, almost created division among the coaches. So even in Ghana, no coaches, they don't get along. So the leadership got to bring all those coaches together. Say, coaches, we should have a panel there. Every year, we have a competition. Coach, we will back away. If you produce, you're going to travel. So that's going to be a good incentive for the coaches. Say, you know what? I need to do this. I need to do this. But if these coaches are in Ghana, they're training. I bet you your call stadium and Nopabe 337, all right? There were over 100 athletes that are training. Besides, these coaches now are waking up early in the morning. Omaba Stadium, training. Look, you're buying over 100 pairs of shoes, running shoes, make it to the buy, but say at the market. Medal, we got all that's expensive. Athletes, one athlete, they came to us and said, "Brah, you're pamucho, mobile. You're pamucho. Never had this type of competitions for a long time." This also, what's the last time you had 2-day competition for Ghana?
Yeah.
How can you bring Obi free upper? No. Say one day, we have 1-day competition. Number 2, with that. Don't come back. How can you do that? So we have identified, we are working on it. We are going to try and get the good people that we think they can run association, and we are going to support them, we go back them, and all the coaches into whatever equipment, because we have equipment. We bring it. So when it comes to time, we go need the help of the government. Say,
yeah, to your duty, that's how man.
Duty, so but we want to help. So if anybody is listening, look, I'm not going to get about. We need to move forward. Moving forward instead, we need to plan next year. The African Games program. It starts now. It starts today. On American. So, bruh, we want to help out. We want the country to do good because we have the athletes in Ghana who can do good. We have the coaches in Ghana. All we need is the support system. Because Obitu Mika, it needs a lot. Medical, physio, all those things. We have among us, there will be more we are pharmacists, there will be more we are doctors. They can all help out. We can all do these things together. But they got to open the door. They always shut the door. That's why we for a long time we would be out of athletics. We didn't get involved in it. For the past 2 years, and now you're getting involved. They said, no, we have to try and change it. On the mechanism. So that's what we want to do. We identify people. We've identified some people but we want to talk to them, see, and then we're going to bring it because your past analysis of Ghana, your board on the mechanism. We all go sit down, we all go talk about it, we go names number house. Then we go from there. But right now, the person who will be running the association, the person don't know nothing about athletics, brother.
Oh, really?
He don't know nothing. Who is running athletics in Ghana? That's the question. Who is the coach in Ghana? Who is the head coach in Ghana? Who is the head coach? We don't even have a coaching system in Ghana. Because on my sideline, the moment you try to say, Uber whipped, then they fighting. Then they play the coaches against each other. Let's move forward. How do we move forward?
In your case, how were you identified? Through inter-schools and
Well, through the schools and the national team, and then there was a coach in Ghana. Or when we one day we said, do you want to go to America? I said, yes. No, see, coach way to America. Gina Stroman. So luckily, not one newspaper clippings of me and stuff. Now I've run a couple of financial Mr. Ghana. So we send him our coach, and the coach said, okay, all my scholarship. And then when I came, you know what? They also recommend the fellow athletes. So the school I went to, most of Miles Mills, Leo Miles Mills, Jonathan Malley, Dan brothers, all of them went over there.
Oh, okay.
And then we start leaving. Most of us left the country after 1987, 88, 89. That was our group. Then after, then the doors were open. Everybody, the doors are open. If you do well academically, just do a little bit academically, and do well in track, you go get a scholarship. But the schools are here to recruit.
Yeah.
On the mechanic, yes.
It's true.
I mean, don't get away or two, no jump, no. Deborah Alpha.
Yeah, Deborah, yes.
This girl is the near bros. I love this girl. There's another guy. Also a long jump. If this guy has been sent for I don't know to be your selection without even having competition. How do you have a selection without your competition? Your time, they do competition. I America, me, my Bagana, or Ghana was beating me. Following year, everything. But that's a system that was there. So how do you unpick people? Tell them president, like there are other people there. You're not giving them the chance. There is the almost lot of issues that are the problem, but it can be solved with better leadership. That's all we need. Leadership.
Very well.
If we have that, we'll go be okay.
Timothy, my say, you're best near Din Comobio. Why?
Yes, sir.
You're best near Din Comobio, that's a pa. And Timothy, Thank you. Hesse, a former national athlete, and Motesi Aneno AD and Como represented Ghana in Barcelona 92. And I can't say bebre, but bottom line, and it's issues the Ghana Athletics Association, leadership for them is a problem. They are now taking interest or more to be organized how best they can identify suitable candidates to run the association and push them to win the presidency just to revive Ghana athletics. Inti enone enkomoa oni edi. There are a lot of the other former athletes are interested to want to speak with us. Efas answer me. We would see if we'll get some of them. But we say, Obi, I remember Timothy Hesse very well. In fact, those days he and Miles Mills ran like birds flying in the sky. In fact, myself and some few other guys composed a song for them when we were proud students of West Africa Secondary School. Oh, okay. Traders. Oh, traders, American went to be. Wow. We say, Obi, good day. So it is clear we misunderstood what they meant by they have the men. There is none in the sack to replace these people with. And the president says they have performed outstandingly. With the rate of the dollar to CD now, the unprecedented unemployment, the many scandals, some of which the president himself claims to have been misled, and also say yenjai abecha yebedi ewe may accidentally kill someone if we don't stop this palm wine tapping, a Ghanaian proverb. Okay, Eugene Shen Elliott and Odiweyaba. Obi, the problem in Ghana is that we have too many people in leadership positions with little or no leadership qualities. Apparently, more than 80% of people in this country are going through serious depression. Regards to Nana Abrokwa Asare, incoming MP for Sojaman constituency. That's from Fieron, and he is in Mataheko. Though we respect the final decision of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, we the grassroots who wine and dine with the ordinary voters on the street would continue to make a passionate appeal to him to reconsider his decision. The reshuffle is a must if we really want to break the 8 or go beyond 2024, because frankly, the masses are not happy with the output of most appointees. Jomo Pokwase Festus Ede We Abraham Ma Mini enkomo yenwie na fe yentoa so yenemu edi nkomo efa puncture safe puncture safe o car tie o pese car tie ne che na eye adwuma ma o afebo a onya puncture safe egumu a enidin ne honam se e bow tie ne ho ban kama from punctures eye duro papa ye de gu car tie mu a se wani ense o catch entima yenkone ne the person in charge of marketing for OMV and Sons Limited. Operations, mum. Hey, I come here to post. I got better saying.
The Ghana for Adaroma, Bibi.
Fantastic. And it puncture safe, Moya Dane.
Me pacho, with the Michelle so remember Queen Yana, Mada Ghana for medical chiromo. Namasai ada omwase ewo yasini omaso since product by wo msenge Ghanaian product de UK product but ye buy Ghana for aso mesan say yasini onim awia no ye so kane anhwe ne num anwumre eno nti no omuhu ye no omo agiato nti Ghana for mo amayisu bi mo amate mo amafrese mo beba mo nyina aseda kese enkoma mo me pacho puncture safe send mo amuni mate wa wutie so for the first time wunti na de bia ye koso a ye ba be chechiri mu no puncture save product bia wudi gu o car time send ye be ya baby a wonam bia bibi ebe what time mu no product na kasa beba out abesili no automatically wo mreko anwu enti puncture save ankasa nka wo hwa enye se obetwa ma wanya puncture ansa de abegum wo ye ne sa ye adwuma de but the inconveniences of a puncture when you abre wo baby na wanya puncture ninti no fa puncture safe no gu tie nim wo mekwa wonya puncture na yi wadwen free puncture so wonam bibie be wo bia na kyese eduro na yeden aba abesili ama enti puncture safe ni dwumadi a edie no esili puncture esan cooli eserve as tie coolant esan se wo hwe ye climate ya Ghana ha hye pa enti bon se ties ni bu ha na ye hye ties no so ye hye a ema hoden na tie na ese nya no esote enti enu mfie wo se tie no edunu Inti puncture safe guma esan boa serve as tie coolant. And then number 3, e boa ma pressure was set tie ni nya no enya. Na nkofo bebre ente asie ana omu nim the importance of ube maintain no tie pressure. We maintain no tie pressure. Kanka ene e Ghanaian economy ya fuel on sem so e save you fuel pa.
Tie pressure.
Me pass if your tie pressure is maintained, the correct amount say nya e boa ma wo save fuel.
Okay.
Na nebe ma wo tie pressure wonko nya the right tie pressure no. One, ejina puncture so. And a leakage be a baby winning into the biana tie no pressure and swatty. Na a vehicle no require more fuel to run because pressure and swatty. And the puncture save guma baby a leakage bia wo biano a handle it me patra into tie pressure no the bianage na so ntama use less fuel na wo discount so ide egu bottom. And the puncture save you me dey miensa eni.
Modi no. It is a modi product ni go tie ni mu a eche.
Chese puncture safe di anytime ne nam afebo ye di good time mu ba ko pe wonfa bingu mu biom just o time na say wosesa atwache
and for fresh
ashe nti puncture safe anytime na ho de ne nam set lifespan of the time here 2 years a puncture safe beguma ma 2 years we need so ba beto pay up onye ne hwe eguma no are say ye na adwuma kopem se time no ebe sei
wow it is a me puncture safe go me time mu a time ne betima pai
nyame nukwe ni tie ni betumi apai
okay
esan say makwan a tie faso epai no eye bebre
okay
ebi ye under pressure say ne yekin say pressure wo say tie ni nya no enya ebetumi ama tie na pai over nso betumi ekobro so ebetumi ama tie na pai na overloading enso so betumi ama tie na pai na emum the good news is that say puncture safe egu time na sa epai a ana what is called controlled deflation.
Okay.
And now when you a very serious puncture, dangerous puncture save ma on your friend controlled deflation. And on say, you nim say she womb ne paya at once uko eni kakrebeba down.
Yeah.
Ama uchi faswa obe cause damage to rim no. Wait to so lose steer control.
Yeah.
But guess what? Se puncture safe egu kata in ne paya. Control deflation say to me withholding and frama e work time.
Okay.
And to me share faswa ko wenima without causing damage to the rim and then losing steer control. To the time I get it to a safer place. What's sa. And the puncture save dear. Say apayo and payo to me ebwa. Nemum egum na wa maintain no tie pressure. We ya mane ko bro so na overload the tie na me pacho ebetumi apai.
Okay. That's great. It is a udi gumu a esi den lubricated ties no. Emma baby a puncture baby etimi esili
obi me that so ebisa questions is answer Ghana for bebre so ebisa omo mo be nyina akro mo bisa enti for the benefit of mo amunnim no patcho na munti puncture safe say na ye adwuma ye di good car tie ni mu a wo twi no ebe hia se wo betwi enti enfa puncture safe engu tie ni na enko parke e wo se wo twi na product no eye tie ni mu nyina enti wo kɔ no na FM wo kɔ na FM enti FM wi a afia ye baby bia wonam ebe wo mu no product wo a ebe pie aba be sili ama enti na adwuma ye no enti no the puncture safe egu time ma me pacho aye atwi na enko ti mu nyina se na ebe ya baby bia na emom se wo de ye mu a wo kɔ na bibia kɔ ma me paso kɔ so anatwi efa so wuchi kono na product ni yem ebe ko ho akwa akosili no ntim pacho sa na ye
ese me car ba na mo pompe bi go mu a ne bo na eden ne bo yesen
yes me da sibiem bebre fra that is what they want to know me pacho yesen now puncture safe ebo no enye static enyina faako esan say niema ye hwe anse edi egumu no ye consider the width of the tie ne kese the rim size and at the aspect ratio of the tie. And then ebe inform me ebe chere say tie we with kese we fase egum. Kitwa we fase egum. Enti ebo ni nyina fa ko na mmom se na etie bi ebo ne da form a na etie bi a wo ba wo betumi nye bi aye. Every motorbikes to SUVs, buses, saloon cars na etie bi a wo ba wo betumi aye bi.
Wow. Enti say ebia me mpesa me drive ya ba mo office na me wo fie me pe home service amutimi ba me fie be ye ma
me pacho ye pa bebre ye ko as far as mayi mensa or yarefa a lot of places ekoye nenya ne se ubenya fleet amayen enye car ba ko de me pacha wonya fleet na wo freya ye betumi etu car with the technicians technical guys abe bibia ma ye ban so ekisa ye compressor ye full package ene ye deba it's say ye bie valve na from akakra beba enti ye be ekita ye compressor ye ba fie be ye ma ye be top it up air bibia kama enti wo fie na wo cars na enye wo se wo be driving nyina ba ibu afuel on 70 a poncha safe for friend ye home delivery enti ye beba
the product be gum
ye de be gum wo fie kama amount
mo office no e wo kokomlemle ha
me patchwan udu kokomlemle na obisa Joy FM a opposite Joy FM ye wo pe wo OMV and Sons ye signage no bo go yi na trese enya de era kwankwa wo de won kai di na so pe omo de edrogu tai ni ma obie me patchwan
apart from a hano more agents around the country and
me patchwan send ye buy Ghana for ye buy ja Asempa Monsomada Roma ye the two dresses Asempa de kwa chire pa enu nti no bebre ati almost all the regions omofre ensi Ghana for ye damasi money yo say Greater Accra ye wo a lot of locations agents locations Kaneshi Zongo Junction e bi wo ho Da Akuman Gulf filling station ebi wo ho Spintex petrol sol ebi wo ho Ashaman Gulf City Oyarefa Tema Community 2 ebi wo ho Edu Central Region so ame patro ye Central Regional Distributor Mankesim enti so wo Central Region na wo pebi egu ka mu na wo pese wo ye agent wo tu bi ton ame patro wo frɛ ya ye de number be ma na wakɔ ho afen so Upper East for almost so monso e was almost so munya poncha safe ni bi enti udu na vrongwa me pacho ebi wo ho wo fry de almost number be ma afen Western Region ebi wo ho fiti ho ekota kwa na bebia Western North ebi wo ho Oti Region ope your friend is in location na e wo fire nke money for organizing shop Oti Region for Oti for na me shramu ma fra me pacho se de mukọ Kratchia mubenye bi e wo fire keti kratchi wo fire nke money for organizing shop mumenye bi enti me pacho mi wia na baby amabuboyi wo fili so pese okoye bi wa me pacho wo fra ye the number no ebe tuja udu kaswan so a ebi wo ho da koman che say Ghana for ya tintiri ye hye misan say ya na pressure no e dos wo ye so ha enti no ye mpesa won so be say tuka abaya ye be de wo enti no uti any of these places am pacho ubetumi na mom akwanya san wo ho Ghana so ejuma ne yenkwa ye ntumi nye ye driska de ye pese ye san diska no so ye den egu obi abotom enti me pacho baby amabubo e wonsusu wo wo bro ne so na fili so betuma e bia me pacho friend na ne edi nkomo afa yeguso a ye hwe regional distributors enye ni nyina na akọ yeguso enti no regional distributors me pacho we a very profitable business enti me pacho obia mo medjon poncha safe ku no na enye household name what is mra and discounts wedding egu botom me patch
wow enti said now can obi your per regional agent be an onfre na mo be man location and numbers and number ben na was ofre
me patch wo frɛ 0595756449 mo frɛ 0595756449 me patch wo frɛ a course baso panti wo frɛ na ye busy me patch wo betumi afrɛ your office line 0302 246 550 0302 246 550 me patch friend we nya land mobile line no essence your WhatsApp it to send me message quickly me patch me respond
it is for mobile line the true jabio
me patch mobile line is 0595756449
Asempa FM
finally Ghana for either masi bebre. Some waje poncha safe atum. Poncha safe nanim. We ain't stopping anytime soon. The colloquial ways of fixing puncture no me pacho. Echem ye kwa ye nim. And try ye ma unkonya puncture and sa wako pe vulcanizer. Pe puncture safe a good time. Na ye se ye de wo drive ya drive free void of punctures. And to puncture safe ye see seal punctures as they happen.
Seal punctures as they happen. If mobile number need to your finally in your coin.
Me patrol you. I find a way to you and patrol your mobile number near 0595756449 0595756449. Thank you.
Director of Operations, OMV and Sons. We brutal, yeah, that's it. Ekosiisen On Asempa 94.7 FM. Make us say, the Honorable Daniel, New Quartet Titus Glover, Etnase, Sanso Ena Bernard, Enim PSA, Atnase, studio had a discussion segment, no, Bremo. It promises to be an interesting conversation. You would want to stay with us and get to listen to them. Osei. Oh, now, Obafe interesting. And I'm a Bafe interesting. Me can cry brutal. A Bafe interesting. Yentie Wimra, Yabaya to us because he's saying stay with us.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita mi amike. Ecobank, me damase.
Shy, cow and yo.
Osei Ecobank, ye cruisy.
Bonsu bet me cruise wo wankasa ukem. Esani Ecobank Auto Finance Package. Koyen card dealers ahudu PI no one ye adwuma bebia. Ye ka eda wakoma so. Say a new car, say ye second hand. Ehwa ye mouse special discount. Ecobank side nhihye pa be boa mo etua ka no kanyina. Ye mount interest rate ani boa from cry. Ebe brim weni so. Oh, so when your accounts were Ecobank money how cry. Sa kwenye ye da homo bia. Enti enso sa ka no ho dae keke. Abebu awie. Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa kwa Ecobank nkrabata bebia nebusa Ecobank Auto Finance Package. Enshishe kakra wo ho. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Document when yina I was semi ho adwuma na sumania ha any mu stress enti na da me nom agbeve hebati no agbeve hebati oh okay ebema wa ya let e stress na firi hokra
no kre me say manom agbeve tonic menstrual pains free me so agbeve tonic weni mu ato anase koko hawa nom bi
agbeve tonic die amwa ye fine mum
eba no malaria nso a agbeve fever na me die tutu egu abra maye malaria test ehunu say bi wo mu
na wate agbeve herbal mist capsules nso nka kan na ye powder say die wodi nsuo no mu a no apanka bia die egu so
agbeve herbal mix eno na sa me kunu sisi yare eni ayemutim esan ya afasi duro nso
me nso sa
na se me hia agbeve nroi hina bia
ewo pharmacies herbal chemical shops apemfo abata mo manufo ne nkwada wo ni fiedum yenu nka ho etufo mfre agbeve herbal products for 020-813-0790 and 0246-595-256 FDA agi edwede nkrato yatum.
Say nije ayam sisi anna arahosem yama wakwa baba boss season 2 so boss season 2 we die eye fufro kra emma wakwenya ma utumi nya wo chefa wo 250,000 Ghana cedis aya de chiche no ena achede kese pa a eye Pageo pickup wo pese wo beka boss game show ne so a mia star 422 hash na select G money mia option 4 na mia option 6 a eye boss game show no jikasa edidi so na echi na beka ho nenya achede kese a yedi chiche no scanning netia na bebo boss game show no na wunya kwan di shia boss na nkasa wo studio game show ni mu boss game show season 2 yi eye G money na de bremo Silver Star Auto DDP Outdoor and Joy Prime na so ya sing
Ye Ofosus House Depot. Hey, American Home Care Products. For papa. Na chadosu. Any Ofosus House Depot. Say plumbing materials, kitchenware, lighting and ceiling fans, building materials, American Kohler toilet seats, Delta kitchen faucets. Just say about American building product dia. One call for Ofosus House Depot. Why a big mistake? Afi, sawope bridal gowns, shoes, robes. Ana bibi a wunyama wedding why a krabesha. Yes, I do bridals. Omoni Ofosus House Depot. No one kromu. Website. Yes, I do bridalcollections.com. And to idea. Boba ko enomami enu. So to we shop na online. Sadanwa. Ye bed deliver ma quick. Shoshamu or yarfa. Apri highway. High tension. Sawmill. Fre. And I WhatsApp yomo 0591 471 621. And plus 001 661 934 9472. Ofosus House Depot. Your one-stop shop to American home care products.
Looking for the best construction chemicals on the market? Look no further than JB Forge's Profix Tile and Marble Adhesives, Grouts and Waterproof Cement. All Profix products are highly polymer-based products, which makes them suitable for all tile and marble works, both interior and exterior. Our polymer modification makes it suitable for Africa's climate. The Profix range of products has over the years been tried and tested. It is a quality and affordable brand, which is highly recommended for tilers, house owners, and project managers. You can locate JB Forge at Tema Community 9 or visit any of our retailers in Kantamanto, Tema Enclave, East Legon, Waja, Oyarifa, Accra, or for bulk purchase, just contact 055 454 5454 or 055 5573 555. We also provide free delivery within Tema and Accra.
Hey, lala didi lala. What worry has so dear? Na me dear yemia. Africa Queen Mackerel bonnet juma was the Africa Queen Mackerel leader what as you unia. So the year jania. Head dance tomato sauce ne go on so a rich. Yes. A piece of war. It's a median in a day strong con. And nam no so muma. Na me just a nam pankwa. Wow betsia see. No bet checking so. Africa Queen Mackerel dear. A grade one. Na me say me chakwa men kwai. Na me to be gumwa. Not on any terms so. Honey. Oh baba. Oh papa. Oh you ma. Me do. Me just say. Jollof, Gary Photo, rice and stew, and piscine gravy dear. Africa Queen Mackerel ni mo. Intimi now. Ampa. Africa Queen Mackerel. Shawenum keke. Nam papa no.
Africa Queen. Africa Queen. Shawenum keke.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord. Good idea, so are you?
Kwame, I don't mean you. I can roofing and a ceiling. Na me contract and so say. Me feni na enko dan rocksters. Won so wo kromo pa. Wo dwen ho sen.
The contract and won nim ne ekọ. Ghana ha de e ba no quality metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and POP ceiling dia. Eye rocksters. Enfie bebre ni na rocksters. E di roofing sheet papa ne ho aka de asum Ghana for.
Enka ye say ya no mu die nso ebo.
Eni adufudi achi na nkoto ade bone ne nsunda achi. Fre 0544 338041. Say your metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and POP.
Asempa FM.
The rocksters na won chawuntum.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita mi amike. Ecobank, me damase.
Shy, cow the new.
Osei Ecobank, ye cruising.
Bonsu bet me cruise wo wankasa ukemu. Esani Ecobank Auto Finance Package nti. Koyen card les ahodo PI no onye adwuma bebia. Yika eda wakoma so. Say ye new car, say ye second hand. Ehwa ye mouse special discount. Ecobank sa den hihye pa beboa mo etua ka ne ho kanyina. Ye mouse interest rate ani boa from kra. Ebe brimu ani so. Oh, so when your accounts work Ecobank money how kra. Sa kwenye ye da ho mo bia. Enti enso sa ka ne ho dae keke. Abebu awie. Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa kwa Ecobank nkrabata bebia nebusa Ecobank Auto Finance Package. Ehihye kakra wo ho. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Bonsu, may to storm energy drink, Puma soft drinks, and Awake purified drinking water. The beer 10 packs.
Hey, Ade, who to akoton?
For the where? World Cup 2022. May stormy ho. Bekalaki with the Sakunya Bama also best stormy World Cup 2022. Akota Black Stars Chino and no one is over to storm energy drink, Puma soft drinks, and Awake purified drinking water when it's home pano. Not just the 4-digit number, a robot to no short code *78#. Now select the option 2. Amunumuwa. Who bet me a diatedia bits of fridges, TVs, microwaves, phones, and the products one was swampy a free Casapreco Company Limited. As some deba couldn't say, Posumi be a dry, yano. Who bet me a nipa, a befriend who can you know? Amu Kwakata, Akusha World Cup 2022. Inti Koswa Toby. Distributors ni wholesalers. Moto 1,000 packs. Nianchemo 100 packs. Free. Kwachiwa Chedia Okasaproko distribution point Bia Bewo. Promotion yi Koswa NLA Caritas platform no so. FDR Dedi and Kratoya to Kaisa Jishayo home.
A bank that supports you.
Asempa FM.
That cares for you. Hand in hand. We stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile.
I'm sad. Only one station makes me happy. When I wake up in the morning, only this station makes my day. Yeah. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Oh, Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. Asempa, Asempa, Asempa FM. 94.7.
94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumadie ena wasogu so a utie no ma yana mo ase se mwatwen yen ama yakọ asan so aba me dey Osei Bonsu me ka say Bernard ne MPC atena se or member NDC National Communications Team ono ewa ha Sanso ena the Honorable Daniel ni Kwate Titus Glover, former member of parliament Tema East constituency, former deputy transport minister, former campaign aide to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and Osei, former national organizer hopeful. Wabekansa ewu studio ha. Intimema wana kwaba. In fact, Osei, former national service personnel ewo enchi awin. Honorable Akwaba, it's saying
Yojugwa, Osebuzo. Inye chibuwa. Mafi baba. For the past 1 month, after elections, says 16th May is likely 1 month. Beside this,
very important.
Na yemfa new vim ne spirit embeshi PC nomine. Kasakasa umuka bebride. Yehu ye papa. Yehu ye pa edemiase.
And away your friends pictures be me who and then park be so na yena.
I'll talk about it.
Okay.
For the commission here.
Okay. Let me see. Now Jackson. Now your pictures now for yin show ma munyina mu enhu the course what time. Bernard and MPSA Ekuyapem brother. It is saying
Obi. Sabre the Ghana ni via. It say osora no pa odanya miase. Say wahwe yen so ma de achi na ye won kwan. Ni ebe kan say Nyankopon afem de watoto bibia aman pepepe. Mfom so ba ko a wanye ade bia say ye gina so danya miase ne say wamfa yen home ne onu Nyankopon betima me de aye nipa no amfa nche nipa nsa. Anke baso de she nipa nsa ne kodi na Akufo-Addo nsa nka sa bro ni na ebusuafo pe na akati Ghana kie nyina yewu
sa
yewu wi a no de akoshe Russian Ukraine war and a COVID nti ye na nyame ase se wanfa sa tumin amma na Akufo-Addo anka akọ ni na ebusuafo pe na ti Ghana obi arho na so nyame ti ase yede asada be man de
bibia be fine
pen so baby a obu de bia meka o sa chia
so emui
esinga bebu nyina
desin abebu nyina
sa eni da so be ko so abom pa adwe mfia bien ne fa na kan ne emu yehu dise okoda na o sori Nyankopon ye ne fa mu de ma wi a na fi aka ne aka ehe na mefa ehe na mingura ehe na minkosi se da no meka jiro ha ushia Ghana ibi no to nze enye dam no to draft not to okay can say obeshu bia no ordinance awo for plants ohun be offer obia to draft Ghana me that's
Bernard and MPSA ena yeten nka Ekosiisen so ne high Asempa 94.7 FM in the anuanu mienu na ebeboa ye me yede yen discussion segment no abremo in the next almost 2 hours as we dissect some of the topical national issues. But let me run by you this information. First, a Uniat Practical Institute, a school, and they focus more on the practical approach to learning into a technological school. We in Sanwe Juma Papebi and I share the amount ama bibian so akoyi. Na oba yenwa courses no your courses ahudu mienu. Your main courses and a short courses. Main courses near be 1 year duration and a short courses the minimum 3 months. But your main courses ni bini computer basics and office administration. Your network and cyber security engineering, your online business and e-commerce, graphic design and video editing, and 3D animation, your software engineering, computer hardware and mobile phone technicians training in so coursework and ho. Your short courses your Python programming, Java development, still graphics, CCTV installation and management, web development, cyber security, Android development, and a database management. Now, UNIACT, no, a CODVET registered training school. Yeah, 85% practical training. You offer certified certificate of competency. You are well equipped and air conditioned classrooms and labs. Well qualified and dedicated lecturers. Accredited IT diploma in the Yebo Ejuma Pa in Canada. Your number ni 0547 966 966 0547 966 966. Your asylum down roundabout Accra here Delta House. Ubehuye ho. Mo amote Kaswa so Kaswa Brigade bus stop just after the toll booth. Uniat school no ebi ewo ho a ye boa manfo kama. Ama bibi etimi akoyi. Na ope durable American home care product eboa no ewo form for when it's Ofosus House Depot. Ofosus House Depot. And when we say adwumako ni din ne honam ese Ofosus House Depot enti American home care product papa bi eboa ewo form yede aba na plumbing materials, kitchenware, lighting, building materials ni nyina ebi ewo yen ho. You can also call us for all your quality but affordable bridal gowns, shoes, ropes, bouquet and other bridal accessories at Yes I Do Bridals. Same building as Ofosus House Depot. And we call baby Ofosus House Depot wana. Unya American home care product, airto, plumbing materials, the kitchenware, and the light and the building materials, no. More mope wedding gowns, ato, shoes, ropes, bouquet, other bridal accessories. Din yina so benye bi ho etimi ato. Yewo ayarefa Ebri Highway, high tension sawmill, eho ena yewo. Obetimi afre yen so wasend yen WhatsApp to 0591 471 621 0591 471 621. Ofosus House Depot, your one-stop shop for all American home care product. And the co na unso kokope oni omato kama na bibi ankoyi ema. Na enne so mo amoye building contractors. Ebi a wono oye tiler auto tiles na shrem. Unim se adhesives we use the auto tiles no ehia. It is Kamfu JB Forge Profix tile and marble adhesives at the amount. JB Forge ena ediaba. Your tile and marble adhesives, your grouts, your waterproof chemical, your anti-salt neutralizer, highly polymer based product, which makes it suitable for Africa's climate. And JB Forge nioma DSA when you answer catch opesa auto tiles spama man for any jo ho or your house owner or your project manager or your tiler for any extra ho. Na your product ni nyina so Ghana Standard Authority agiatum your Tema Community 9 eho na JB Forge ewo free 0554 545454 0554 545454. And if from CCR say opesa only JB Forge edin komo na omo tile and marble adhesives, grout, waterproof chemical and anti-salt neutralizer no upebi ato boy juma brutal. Me pato ye retailers ewo Cantamanto, Tema Enclave, East Legon, Wager Oyarefa, Takrade, Kumasi Sogakope, Agbozome, ena denu ewa flower. Ninyina ye retailers or moton yen products in ebi. Yes, free delivery within Tema and Accra. Profix, Ide Catch, Rough, and the Shannon so MIA. Na asem de we so say me ma wote me pa church opese we duane ye de na efie enikan nige a ma wonsanka Africa Queen mackerel ena oba papa sardine ena oba papa tomato paste ni nyina ye Obapa product I would just so maybe a ton provisions were Ghana hebi obenya biato Obapa product announce you de papa o de aduane ese wani ense wo kache ndi bomode na pe bi eto opedodo atu dia afre 0302 668357 Obapa tomato paste or say wara obe cheki. Now there is this calm alert, a very important information. Was a memo tenafia the common asheso. A scam alert Ecobank Ediaba say one customers in should be aware of this scam alert. Ecobank wishes to inform all customers and the general public that some unscrupulous persons are making phone calls or sending messages and emails purporting to be from the bank and assisting customers to upgrade their mobile banking apps. Well, inti the omoyan so frɛ omo so Ecobank and omo frɛ fi na omo boaw am upgrade your mobile banking app na Ecobank app no wa upgrade it. Inti in the process no, they will request for your PIN code and through that they will defraud you. And the Ecobank say customers in Amonia aware said the only way to upgrade the Ecobank mobile app is to visit the App Store or Google Play Store. And here number 1. Number 2, Ecobank will not make any phone call to request for your PIN code. In the Obian who for free Ecobank aka say for PIN my NC da. In the Obia for no request to PIN who say nipan or you fake. Ecobank say please do not share your password, your PIN or OTP with anyone, whether remotely or face to face. And also avoid any calls or messages that request you to click a link. In the obi frauka say okay, yes, send a link BCC I click it. And I say I send a message. So you send a link be click it. Men yet da. Report any suspicious text messages, emails, or phone calls to the Ecobank contact center and delete such text messages or emails at once. If you are unsure or feel insecure, call the Ecobank toll-free line 0800 00 3225 0800 00 3225. Now only Ecobank in the Enkomo 94.7 Asempa FM so any and let's get started. Now fiensha see any Enkomo. We say Obi, please tell the Bono East region. Okay, also need a branch, Kintampo specifically. Okay, Master Planner Junior, I think it's OMV and Sons puncture safe for message and Ode Abbey. We say Obi, reshuffling is not entirely our problem now. Let's support the government to build Ghana together. President Akufo-Addo and the NPP have good policies to turn things around. Reshuffling will come when needed. Regards to lawyer Justine Frimpong Kodua, General Secretary of the NPP, Master Planner Junior, Kintampo. Obi, people may have their own opinions about the need for the president to reshuffle or otherwise. The president is the man in the saddle and knows far better than anyone out there. So, dear spin doctors, you can do better with this matter. Honorable Okweje Thomas, listen carefully to what the president said, and they would be left with no doubt that he never closed the chapter on a future reshuffle. Ija Adam, ewo inyan meim, and odiwe praying. Obi, all African games will happen next year. I wonder how prepared we are as a country, as being the host nation. Okay. Musa Abattoir says, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Blackwell is very honest in his submissions. IMF is not a solution, but self-discipline. Technically, I agree with President Akufo-Addo in terms of reshuffle because these are the only men they have leading. These are the only men they have. Even though the lives of Kwame Pianim, Efria Koto, Reku Brobe, and others have been sidelined. And no, Efria Koto, Osei, Musa Abattoir, Efria Koto, a Greek minister. Akoto Osei, and Akoto Osei was a minister in charge of monitoring and evaluation. Also, all reputable ratings agencies have downgraded Ghana and raised the red flag about future consequences if the MPP is not kicked out of power in 2024. Greetings to lawyer Evans Amankwa. Okay. We say, this is the LI former President Mohammed, the NDC, passed in 2012 regards to using the national ID card. The Regulation 7 is titled Mandatory Use of the National Identity Card. And Osei Obi, this is for your perusal. I hear you. Thank you for your message and many thanks for doing the listening. Good afternoon, Obi. Rainbow in Kaswa says, my message is simple today. It's high time the NPP identified jobless foot soldiers and helped them so we can break the 8 easily. Most of the hardworking party foot soldiers have given up already, but it's not too late to turn things around. Long live the NPP. Regards to my workaholic MP, Hawa Kumsin. Rainbow in Kaswa. Eddie Jackson call Honorable Titus page. Na ye pictures ni be off. We're in the factory. The Honorable Titus. Yeah, maybe we'll start with launch now. Commissioning on Enra. Commissioning. Okay. And and then we take it from then after by main issues.
Oh, you mean I say? I mean, Farmer Queen was so 94.7. Michia, Mutifuna, a do a Juada company. If you had say after 2 o'clock, Ghana for do one Asempa FM 94.7. A bit Ekosiisen saying, as a Honda Ghana for a person a ho and a Ghana. And Semina a Diana Yakuma Subiano, Obi, and a new production team led by my younger brother Dominic. Any upon phoning a Buauma with the tour. Yenia so. My main Fakunya wishes to Nameda multimedia, particularly Asempa FM, Adum FM, and Adum Television. Asempa FM 94.7. Mubuamie in the course of my campaign for the national organization. Anya yedie, but menia so papa. Senior multimedia for Mubuamia.
Yes.
And I know me bad after the elections. I think a few days to the elections. Nambiza was a pose, no. Oh yeah, no. Ekosiisen. Yes, it not be 2% to 5% to 10% to the D&D. But eventually, no. Election actually BB. Say your pose ni na na ebua. The rise results no a the actual action e for more yakoye you know. Enti mami fa kwanya weso all the 16 regions. I'm so grateful I would delegate free all the 275 constituencies by regional executives, overseas branches, council of patrons, elders, founders, anyone who can come in. So I'm humbled. Say at least I've been able to pay my dues. Say Titus Global and Pa. Minka Senyana Namu for moi. Nami Yejuma. My friend Nyakuma Menina Kasa in the early days. Bonabaso ma congratulate and I wish him all the best. Together with the rest of the national officers. Men can't say me party. I do baby and bloggers name media for Namako to stay to see no echo pensema. What just here? Minamity. Meda Casamina party. The Americana, Yadim Anokosi Bonina, ye Chimwa Boswa din. There is no way I can turn my back against my party. That is where I belong, and that is the party I love. And we work hard to break this 8, regardless of the PSA nominee or good to me begging and I no kasa. I see come. We work hard to break this 8 by the grace of Allah. Now, what can we and Mami Fakunya Wiso? Naminda, the board of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Sabrina Nami D, Member of Parliament, Ewatema East. And President Kufa Daruma, Mami Kwama member Sumuno, as is one of his deputy ministers in transport. Na my cousin, Minu, Bakundi Abdel Rahman Glover, and a Bakosusu Eddie Robert Ni Aji Ago. The latter part of 2019, and upon Mayor and Wameko Ejuma, and on Bifi around 6:30. Almost 7 say Tema traditional council actual letter Eddie Kogapoa ebra na the former director general Paul Asarianza ewo hono se yewo pakese bia eda kromo ho na yemba boy ni nsi stadium no emma yen for 2 years. I mean, nothing is happening. And don't say me 2 cousins, you organize football.
Asempa FM.
I will come with a new town. Efa homo walk blejo celebration. I'm not managing football on behalf of the traditional council. So when it comes to football administration in Newtown, I'm do my tripa. Nam kwa minim say let it be sa edagapua.
Okay.
Osanetie, on say honey. So quickly, you know how forceful I am. And me to me usim. Sabre na nchebia na omampeni sisa minu pening Paul Asariansa and Michael Lukuje ebaye. Mami mfa kunya weso na minda Michael ase. Na minda former board chairman Peter Bagmenu. Just there was a time meeting our ministry and my friend Michael ba me office me sire no. I was say menya bibia me di be kire in 2020 mini president Kufado. The predecessor had even done the table so. I'm say did 2 years. Miss Srano pa. Miss Semenya Miss Srano. When you be from mammy. On so what? And I'm sure Chairman Macminus, and I'm a born money, and I'm a common minister. Mr. Siama. And somebody called tune in him. Within the shortest possible time. Within the shortest possible time, Gapua was able to raise budget, the procurement process. Me pojuma mi Singapore mi siomuso, and the procurement ya oko pension. Me you feed the gra. Pressure ba, pressure. And eventually, your best shortcut, you know. Okay, said 2020. I think the first or second quarter, Nancy Pelosi, the U.S. Speaker of Parliament, about Parliament. Na mina informe short cutting. One particular day, I think the Tuesday or a Wednesday, and upper 10. But you may go fear after 9, and I mean text message. Say Speaker no about Parliament to address us. So quickly, I have to call Tema Manager. May you so rest in peace. And ya me yanyina yase and they'll call.
When to me the final
papa or Bashassia, Yena, Yabetanichi.
And for more mutia and over Facebook live stream now, who the pitch, no, as it was commissioned yesterday.
And me friend Ohineno, and I'm a friend Nishipi, he's the school secretary. Said Miss Ron, me ponchopa, message me sakan anagui, and the time na you'd be short cutting, yem fan clock 2 o'clock. Because by the time we buy any catesis ni or be money speech you any leaders in because you know now is about 12:1 baby and you fan 2 o'clock you crania me nim omutie me and you pompa gidi me brother regional minister and you quote Dr. Koboy, I think Patrick Boama and some few of my colleagues at Dimechi with motorcade and you call back
94.7
Ekokate
sword with Wembley Nitama Manje all days of everybody were there. Na kakran we share Juma Gapoa here. This is one of the biggest single project when you year whatever. It's over 4 million Ghana cedis. Big investment. Into me fakwenya weso. Na Madam Michael Lukuje say. Madam board chairman Peter Magmenu Medanase. Madam Temameo Medanase. Onene Yohani Amashite Medanase. Madam Miami Minister for Esiama. I salute you. Nje, I salute you so much. He gave me every support. I'm pushing for Project Way. Now, as a man from Ninsi was Kayangamba. I need to say it with my chest up. With my chest up. Some family one Jimwa, Adi, and Kobibia, said they see. And to me, second letter from Gapoa last week saying, Yamia Dumenra on my official commissioning and handing over. And the Omeyene come.
And you are hand the Ama assembly, no?
The Ama both the assembly and tradition, but the tradition cannot manage the park. They cannot. This is a public money. So it is the sole people to manage is the assembly. And the constituted local management team, the tradition council must have a rep there to see how they can manage because maintenance is key.
Very.
Maintenance is very, very key. And na me catch the minister. Me kai say around October 2020 local election. Me friend Michael. And now share me office e wotama. Oba no ni Dr. Dusey takwade kita project.
Okay.
Director no.
Okay.
Onu ne buy na me sire ne say. Edwuma kase amaye nyina. Se yentwa wall amfa ho a edwuma ne nyina be say. Because you nkwala no be kwa gbego di agro woni ye twa wei ne ye wei wanhwe de fafa ye nyina no ne yakose no. And then no me catch minister no and of friend Michael say Michael me sire wo. Adi fefe ma ye nyina ye ne so. Osremo papa osremo pa. Even though Gapoa approves some year fence no osremo enimini ya so that we can fence and protect it. And yes the access. Unze enra kan e be na Wembley eye Coleman na o share coffee color no o di minje no. O kire me anadwo na mo year trials no mo hwe park no na mponchi gra na mo. Unze omo ye basketball court, lawn tennis court. Project no children playgrounds na dia that is outside the park.
In we the normal AstroTurf park.
No AstroTurf with the sitting capacity. What just here? You were playground for nkwala, you were basketball court, and you were tennis court, long tennis court. That's nice. And it's in fence no for one. You best send in no time. And the minister can now Michael Sugius say ombabua. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Some have really appreciated what I've done, and it's a mark for other people to see, because me wenu na me GNPC, I say 100-bed hospital no, and this is a project Kesebia Mishasi. GNPC, they've also funding the 100-bed hospital. And their mommy on my first floor. Also raising certificate near Chanaka, near Traso, near Co. So these are some of the footprints in Yamami here at the time. Now the identity, Edumani Yabeyebi, Yajechiri, Sana Nuosro. So we are looking at the successor to see what he can also do, to complement Eduma Yabayena as it is. Now, your trousers are not mean van Yahisia.
Enim, so the Obabu Niabaso.
Obi, my minchia etiefo ani ahwefo awwe.
Omoje so.
Minchia no mo no manya kwan enchia ho.
Yes.
Na tisenia onabo akeken. Kakra bi na me de be source. Emsem pengdodo na no eya nanka yetai kan say wo ye mpia onye development agent. Various assemblies in Ezenkowe. But then say we say wo ye MP na be lobby for. It be a particular project there called area. Nti me bona baso na yasre say culture of maintenance yen yare ba ko say betimi ahwa ade ye na etimi serve the purpose of which it has been put there. And when ya o china na de jumba ko na say no ken o kra na nkrofo sebi wo ye wan na mpi ni ade enye fe na ne akese wo de ka ho no wonhwe. What me fancy there obenya be a security be oho.
Yeah.
Anye ye kra no betimi so aboa a generate sika kakra ama assembly no. Because team be betimi akọ adopt as one training feature na so bebo one matches na do.
It's nice. And most of the AstroTurf no sitting way in the way.
Yeah, okay. But a standard size.
Yes, but me bo kakra. Inva minister catch director general in the course of construction, there are extra space for what more account.
Okay.
And he
a standard size.
FIFA standard.
Okay. Then
FIFA standard.
There's a team be betting adopt at least when you say me did is a BBC course ide. So once I'm parliament view crana there be a Mrantina because sitting near the Abeja Mount near the Abeja sit na Mount Prempring.
One go biography. The legacy back with you.
Remember about sitting there for more.
But only one thing I find interesting. Beponisum Krono, Crapimum Krono. So AstroTurf no money be or
Bako cry in
Crony na
Sapa Pepe. Bako cry,
we are sure.
No Bako cry in
we are sure.
Oh, very sure.
From your friend is saying,
Opa, menka crapim nyina mbomfi breku su kop ma prayed. Ye ni Bako.
AstroTurf na Bako cry ni.
Bako cry mpio baby.
Hey. Any who?
Bako cry mpio baby. Nti Various MPs are all no. Honorable Biamwa. What's now sports ministry are happening? Think at least. It's a grand today. You were local government minister and any deputy when you know if you grab him. Think any ding ma on so bit me lobby ma. And constituency be son or hono. Grab him south, grab him north, the north cray. He be nyamba ko be mpoa. Ebe boa. Because the only football pitch or ha waiting me I use for a year. David Dew.
Baby, a ye for Bobo.
Yeah.
The youngsters.
Say honest, see a yimo. Your friend saying, oh, Keto Kreku team, you cry Dreams FC.
Yeah, Dreams FC. Yeah. I'm saying no pet or bit me, I can say.
In the whole equipment.
Yeah. There were other pitches.
Decent
pitch. Yeah, I'll bit my say. And yet up to standard. In terms of pitch in a day, definitely because you're bad, but sitting capacity, maybe a bit Mampong say, or field and Kenya bad, but and also we need space. In the rubber ball now, ni page na lot of ground. I think any safe. We seriously need it. Here pa. To moment na dokuya yeah popocho ebu no. Enye.
AstroTurf ni bia.
Debi. Sorry about bia. Wouldn't party day. Obi wouldn't be a friend party day. Obranga theater. Sorry, Jeff Fanchem. Sa park ni.
Enobia. And why would
you? That's the end to my friend.
In Gronk, say what be punishing you be any AstroTurf. Hey, Asempa.
Everything's up. Every clubs as a
me alma mater. School, Jurassic Primary. That is Global Mini Stadium.
Anyway,
and we are committee one, but I say no green grass.
Okay.
But I don't know in so tononia they didn't me a floodlights, me a sitting arena, and I'm a fencing hunina, and a yedi na come. But in so na and to the grass in Tinina say.
In Jobi, the American question say, me pese young MPs in a one shame bufu, and I want shame new. Passigard, Osei Shakron for bufu, and one shame new. Say you been be ansana wangafi office. I think we can.
Yeah, but I think they deserve at least one.
Because the crap I'm worried be na hold the unim whether known is any football team you grab it my be show be training.
Come
to acclimatize themselves.
Is this a mum pebble?
What pepper? A lot of talents. What pepper? There's a Moana. I decided a cruise
information and him said, Obi, there is one at Eburi and one ongoing at Tinkong.
Eburi na waiva. Bisa na bagus Eburi na waiva. Sa de no nyai. Eburi na waiva. Yeah, can football pitch o. Yeah, can AstroTurf maybe. And is an school bia o baby kakra o odi won agori. And is an school bia obi. Eburi fa na wo. O me anwen ho.
Nothing con the ne.
Tinkong na den no. Where can AstroTurf, me boy?
Yeah,
e be near crapin baby. American with all the authority that deserves. E be ni baby. So AstroTurf they be ni baby. Nji
anyways.
Various MPs no one can home. At least. Constituency be anya back kra na anya bad. On say obi Ghana no dodo na ye per results by ye pay investment. Well, you know, Grand Kakofa World Cup, all level, all competition. But facilities are you be provided, me boom net media train. Well, when I'm train because football no, and then on ye go cry na bobium. Ayem merma miawa ubiabo. Think at least they will back home baby empa and can say we. Oko Brazil la, features baby abobole. In features baby abobole. You can say something okay. Proposal. It is a ya bibisa na erosion bet me as say parks be brave. Bon erosion nti ya nya bi say ye ya hwese e bet man invest into that sector no because ya nyina gitum say football de ya dia wo boso ya na wa kan Ghana for Spanako and Spain nti won hwese o betimi abeboa na e betimi.
I think I've gotten confirmation. We say what an MPSA is saying is true. And okay, and this one says, Obi, aside Chebi, there is no constituency in the eastern region with an AstroTurf.
It's true.
This is the reality on the ground. Even sports stadium that they promised to build is still in a deplorable state in the region. Dallas and Poma.
Even Kofodia cry. Any sports stadium Kofodia. The whole is in Kofodia. Regional capital. That would be a just a
Muni Sports Stadium.
No, not one.
Na Kofodia Premier League team wo.
You know, better no one boy. Go born when or the Premier number.
Nobody are qualified by
Premier. We go boy. And kind of crying.
I the Muni Park be a decent be a
Kofodia. No. They did that would be. The only thing I want how to a day pass on a fence. No grassy bones nyame odo.
But Dallas, Chebi Diana Wokano, is it like MPB in a lobby call or an state?
Gabi Ochirako.
It's only a private investment.
Yeah, Gabi Ochirako. I no penny.
In the end, I didn't or the best aside Chebi. Say I can't they are buying iron, I didn't know there no.
One can is I was a him funny be war. He use a him funny be war. The AstroTurf, ye who be apart from Chebi, no person canning.
Okay.
Yehum baby apart from Chebi.
Obi, please, there is one AstroTurf construction at Kwabing. Unim Kwabing. Kwabing. And over here.
Kwabing.
On about Magwatas construction.
Enye equiapem.
Debbie. Emengra.
Okay.
The Bonsu.
Osei it has been left to rot.
Ah, well.
Even Kwabing there no. Hey. Matisse, okay, there is one ongoing at Kwewu or bombing. And no, why ne? MP na.
Obi. What shall we be as here? OPK has started something.
Oh, OPK.
Recently. Oh, yes, shortcutting recently.
Into that. Okay. Here they are so. Anyways, we say, Jamaluddin, our pictures here, how they be here? Okay. Was send the pictures. Who's that? NYA National Youth Authority. BB complex.
Yeah, stadia.
Aha. Oh, it's in
yeah, we're here.
And send me was a go for the Oye BB. I saw it on social media. Only Koda New Gamisad.
And yes, before Keko,
the claim by Dallas that the Koforidia Stadium / multipurpose facility has been left to rot is false. The contractor is on site and the second phase is taking shape. In way you Koforidia, Youth Authority and Koforidia, but it's nice. So from pictures I was handling
go for that old
stadium. No.
I don't know if it's the stadium.
You should come again. Because this week, no, weekend me who na me share news.
Yes.
Me who Befi, MP no, any pious, almost side visit.
Yes.
On this particular
on the project.
Yes, so something has been done.
But Jamaluddin, is it the Koforidia Park na ye nimno? And no more yeah na say we completely different as I said. Let us know na fe you who said the Nyoma BC Akoba. It's interesting. An interesting conversation. Where say Obi Ebri Kum yet to be commissioned. Okay, Ebri Kum Oda has an AstroTurf. Obi has an AstroTurf.
When the balcony no kasa so ka tell me so nyaka.
Ebri
Kum no ade si ho ye fi was a
Ebri
Kum yeah. We can come clinic.
Okay.
Catch and mete ho. Nyem say me if you want to make call wache. Onya no kan. E bi ni ho.
O say the BBC ho, e den si ho.
Come clinic.
Okay.
And no person can say brick come. He knows that. It's not true.
Anyways, but we say
look at the last football team. Yeah. That what Eastern Region na the coaching and
the youngsters,
yeah. And they will call relegation just yeah. And some page will be
Jackson Masendo pictures be Matisse in Sawim so honorable and not done pray ye be one Sawim
1 year old yeah papa Obi 1 year old who to me obia MPB at me be one constituency ebeboa because ye ntimi nka say ye pardon the results na ye investment into that and possible.
Okay. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover na akofa pressure ato ne colleague MP3 say it was omonso AAB. But of course, I mean, especially so the Equiapem town. Enim we picture na muhu sisi ane the state of the youth resource center. And I'm told say youth resource centers no bako 10 region bia ewo bako.
Na
we infa ne wo.
Eno na me train information.
I say Independence Square.
That boy Independence Square. Enim so asem na.
No, say na me hu na.
We say Independence Square.
Enti me hu because.
Como ni ojugwa be ne je Independence
Square. The Koforidua Youth Resource Center and the pictures and Igu Hono. And I'm told say Enra, the CEO of NYA Pius, said the na honorable Titus Ekano Eko inspectee progress.
Obi wadaroma mesre honorable Pius on send me pictures. Me amekwa kore.
We no.
Me kona me ko hu se ne etia. Me ba be kan ha. So at as because I dey papa otimi ya.
Okay.
Ye be bo ngaba so.
Okay.
Na mom ya no mo de. O say hwesura.
Na wahwe form.
Exactly. One here.
Obi, there is one ongoing in Upper West Achim, district capital Adeso. Amakrum by the GNPC, and it's being done through Honorable Frederick Obing Adom, Big Joe, Ewo Adeso. Obi, one of the Eastern Region teams have joined the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that is true.
Oh, team Nidino.
Kotoku
Royals. Right?
Kotoku Royals.
Kotoku Royals. And the hobby there.
Very.
No, down with decent park and
near can be Barry.
Good afternoon, Obi. We have an AstroTurf in Akim Odan Zango. So that statement related to Eastern Region cannot be true.
Obi, what guys are AstroTurf you myself? Dr. Bamiano di kan kokan asem.
Akim Odan there.
Yes. Me ko hoko hwe, me go na hwe nkoso ho. Me nim prempren no tie me nim prempren say wo ngati mi akoye dia. Ba bra o kan na me ko na hwe nkoso ho. Yeah. Sim prempren no aye dia, fine.
Akim Odan Zango.
Yeah. Because o kan once 2 years ago. O kan ho asem.
Obi, good afternoon. Years ago, Koforidia had a football team called Obuotebri.
Yeah.
They had a pitch they played their home matches on. The NDC rep should tell us more. Mark in US of A. Eastern Region hasn't produced any serious football team for the past 20 years. Therefore, it's understandable that they don't have enough AstroTurfs. Fuseni Salifo Kaswazango, the evidence we are getting now shows enough of those AstroTurfs now ongoing across the Eastern Region. We might have to wait and see. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, I remember I hope you're not here on the president's decision not to embark on the reshuffle against the wishes of most Ghanaians, including on one party.
Before I attempt to respond to concern, my main take the opportunity to me appeal to Pius. The predecessor, my senior Isaac Kwame Siama, or shares our youth sports center.
Youth centers now.
Free Abwakwa na udane wani towards before there is one on your right that has been abandoned.
Oh really?
Nothing is going on. And the mesre no say the predecessor no bibiase ewo ho. I'm sure he might have gone round or part of the handing over notes no.
Asempa FM.
Because Ashanti region the eno ko nyina
onfa dani enko ho na onko wie no na onfa nche MP no nyam ewo ho enfa mame. A quick one on the president reshuffle. Na abed dani nsem bebrea and this for the omona to be party for ni bi so ekkebi. Make I say you call Thanksgiving service or UPSA. You'd be at this row was reshuffle. It's quite interesting. But seriously, Mitrichia is like president. He's the coach. He's the manager of the team. Now, at every time, we manage and we share team with strength, with weaknesses. Then you apply the necessary changes as and when they happen. Now, oti oni nyina no oni myoye. Enye sebi obi na obesori na wakikim ana wutietim say kache ni say sorry na koye reshuffle na wakoye no reshuffle. He knows the performance of all his ministers. Na me ba ni nyina na me tie okujeto ablakwa. Or kase a minister like help me Samisinia Kuku Ajimamenu that need to be censured now. The idea was na akufada ko stop work or the constituency echo prison was a den. Oh here when the Sputnik special committee of parliament, I don't see an indictment on him because the meeting say explanation of the parliamentary committee and the special committee say there was an emergency. An emergency, procurement rules no man the quine to do what he did. That he can come back and do the regularization of the procurement process. Nipe wu sabi no krase e was say of farmer kwenso procurement or your way. But we need these vaccines. Those days now America need you ever saying is a one vaccine at a higher price than even America. One of the vaccines. The thing is in short supply. And so your duty is to safeguard the life of your people who are on the brink of dying. And the procurement rules say we are when you are then you can go back and do and regularize it. It's allowed. When you escape, unfortunately, the supply could not make it. One to me, now one to my susu, second susu, and say one famba. What is kind of buy? So what is a good as Okuja Black was saying? Say, Anka, even saying, parliamentary committee say, you're committee say, you're unity. And no any change. Or no, any change. And the meaning in yarding. Mina Blackwa, meaning in yarding. And he said, President Kufado. Or consider, and I did back one power president who say, and yet there be a notable house. Offshore reports. Every ministers war, every regions war, every CEOs war, Eddie back to the chief of staff, Eddie Banenim. Or do baby no program no, be two no, Eddie Sim, Eddie Aquapro. So over that weekend, that was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or northeast, or upper east, or by northeast, and run or northern region. No called northeast. The reason why the 6 other regions were created, no, and for so no. We have brought development to the doorstep of the people. At the time now, if any saying northeast, Asian northern region, Eswo, Obi, northern region, 18 constituencies as of today. Almost 7 more northeast that were created out. Now, we for Bole, Uba Solatuna Kaba, Uba Damango, Uko Daboya Makaringo, Upa Yapes Kusugo, Uko Pembe. Palebe, if I say Salaga South, Salaga North. Now we call Pembe, Salaga South. Unse northern region here, bre papa. And son Ubeba Pandai, Ubema Wulesi, Ubeba Bimbila, Ubeba Yendi, Ubeko Guchebu, Ubeko Karaga, Ubeba Nantong, Ubeba Myong, Ubeko Savlugu, Ubeko Kumbungu, Ubeko Tolong, Temale North, Temale Central, Nuaba Sabuba, Chiriponi, Zabzugu, Tatale, Supapa. But with the wisdom and the vision of His Excellency Akufo-Addo, and the cry of all these 6 other regions that were created, and say, we need an autonomy where we can have the full control of development. Now development is scanning here. Sebenye no fafa. And to accord northeast work, we see new regional capital office. Sabi sikana ye kan wasem nya, eni bi de koyoye. Or called Western North.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And these model buildings are going all over those 6 regions that have been created.
It's the same design.
The same design. The same design. And it's a way young creative and free. once a budget back no ebeko one center having a titin kakran but when you chebu no e be dia call and people are excited say ya chest and region we mu e dia mano and the president message here for pa asena metie no on can say onya reshuffle da minya reshuffle of course sitting in the Jubilee House assessing the whole work of the ministers oni mo bia na dwuma hoyo. And as and when Obesisa no, he's the captain of the ship. Obesisa mo. And he ever sre abwakwa enya wu no beka chakufa do zonya reshuffle. Efedi eneta. Nye kale okujeto nye kale. Efedi
minister ne.
Onka na nuntum enya okujeto ene beka cha president akufa do zonya reshuffle. And then mpiesie out here. When it is time for President Akufo-Addo to do his reshuffle, he will do it. Na ya reshuffle is better. But baby otieno and baby mini yenya means yeti was to do. There's a big distinction. Baby etino ewa. And ya mo jina so the assessing the ministers yeti hey you need access. So when him said it means to be aya bonu we are Ghana sika or ye bibi aranzo manasuntie with the hardcore evidence. Bose munya mu habotre. Se no fatane se me ya. One of the main targets of the NDC is Kenufriata. Akoye nyumamoto. Tracy Otiobeka. He has been their target. Say, Ken enyade endumunse sano. Ken nyade muna baka chakufa do sano. But ebusianfo, etiefo. Bani nyina na metie kakra. Once a while na afama sum kakra. I've been busy though, but international credit agencies. But before, my Jerry Ahmed Shaib, maybe I know the birthday.
Yeah, the birthday.
Jerry, chocolate. Where they would drink one. Maybe I'm a fro. Where the party they are going to storm there tonight.
Asempa 94.7.
Na Osei Bonsu. You see. You downgraded Ghana ratings to CCC plus. Mm-hmm. No government from independence up to the Fourth Republic has ever had A plus. At best, it's B plus or B minus. In those conditions, there are no hardcore global challenges that has confronted the country at the time. These are hard facts. I was saying, now, Standard & Poor's report no more year, they admitted in their report of the two countries' fights and the COVID-19. Mm-hmm. It was part of their reportage. And it's unfortunate the NDC and other creators of government are not making reference in that report. You called one lecturer.
Yes.
And Okan said the major cause of this problem is our domestic revenue generation. Mm-hmm. The major cause. Because the revenue that we generate is not able to match our expenditure.
Yes.
Asempa FM 94.7.
He's appealing to MPs. So mumra na mumeya astrotef ni bi. Ya meya astrotef ni bi. E we bring people no so yemma maye. De papa. Okay no say ye o company is ye na yara na wo ko ye wudu wanu na wudu ko ye
so wudu wanu
o femodi ye no ta
nya wanu na
de ko fedi femodi
wan gawde de ne
Osei Bonsu na wo ko ye de anu fafa ene ye de ye eske yara. And I like what the professor or the doctor or whatever the economist what he said. Yeah. The major challenge of this government is how to generate revenue. But in one of the synopsis, President Mama, my good brother and friend, I can say there should be a roundtable conference.
Or call for a national dialogue.
Yeah. I hate this hypocrisy.
I didn't.
I hate it. And I was who for a dialogue. Is it not behind their MPs and PSA when they were making all those rantings and noise? When the year levy was coming? Were they not part of it? Members of parliament, when you want revenue, Musara Musim Putujumamba, Sikamba, common fund wenko. Na kwa ye be faswa, edi be raise revenue. Na ya chicha ni kakran, ne biya ko biya pesa so. Musumu
94.7.
Speaker crack or trana konya soa, ni ye twi akonya ne free, sebi, ne twase. Non fan de tout, en fan e kwa cash mu kan say.
On va ne tromper.
On va ne pim chmon. A form medawase. These are my friends. Because say what call IMF, you must go with your own grown solution. Yeah. Because IMF prescription no enyo no ma wo. Wona would be call their culture and say may way. Oh sir, then there's a big brother with a cane. And the ordinary back when show no kitabano one in some. No, the amienche no kitabano. Hey, uncle. No, they are both chikakra. You say no, sir, then they are guiding you gradually, then you go through it. But when we are trying so hard, because we realize that people are not paying taxes in this country. No perceive are buying emfa mputujuma embanifie. Omfa kwan embetwa. Ena mi kwan yo, ena makwata o, ena kwagufado, ena mi kwan. E fa no ko first Canadian free. Obi, let us be real. So, Standard & Poor's, who are they? These are international agencies that rates the financial capacity and the strength of every country. Almost says here, there are certain key factors. Baku a debts of the country. How you borrow? A kwan be so na wo borrow. Sa borrow dey jolly. Obobusian, thank you. Busian na wo bono, kwan be so na wo tiaka. Are there challenges along the way? Have you been defaulting in the payment of these debts? You share also. You share the inflation of the country. You share the future potential of the economy of that country. You share external shocks, external factors, including wars, including pandemics. And thankfully, they mentioned the Russia-Ukraine war as part of the challenge of Ghana. They mentioned it. But the NDC are sitting on high horse. Is one of the festivals you celebrate before Easter or after Easter, depending on the traditional calendar. Sitting on a high horse, say Ghana had downgraded you, and they are happy. They said they've downgraded Ghana. They are excited about this. It is not because the country is in. If your friend is saying, "Me na bona you tree," say, "Chese omane gune ni masia magana." Yeti kromwa. Abenjuma ifo yentua onka.
They are paid.
What is a benjuma ifo busuma soa yentua onka da. Anga se ehu okromwa. Have you ever heard 1 month, 2 months that government workers have not been paid? Not at all. We have not been performing abysmally. Nigeria, alatakrom, when they produce crude, they refine crude. Yes, some lie. Go to Alata today. Obi Asema Mika and Nukreto Namika. In oil exporting, the highest exporter of crude in Africa is Nigeria. Almost some lie. What is a salary of Grumada? What is a salary to buy petrol, fuel, under Professor Mills and John Mama? They line up queues to buy gas and petrol in this country. Nothing like that is happening. President Kufuor Jitum said there are challenges in this country, and for that matter, on transit and beginning some in despair. He's sojourning on. Ojitum, why Bama? Say, King, I have a mandate of 4 years to rule this country. And to me, Kase, send you didn't control, and to me, in the midst of all these challenges, when he said Fitch, if anything, Research Department, Fitch Solutions, they did a study about investment in Africa.
Asempa FM,
and Ghana is number 1 in West Africa, and second in Africa, beating Nigeria, Senegal, and almighty Cote d'Ivoire. Yes, they did it. Say Omana Boa Anka Fitch Solutions, a research firm of Fitch credit agency. Oma betreno. Because they realize that there's huge potential in Ghana, regardless of the challenges that we are going through as a government and a nation. Ghana is the safest to do investment in this country, beating Nigeria with all their crude resources, Cote d'Ivoire, and Senegal. So, it doesn't lie in the mouth of NDC for. And as a good say, we won't compare Ecuador. Oh, please. You heard him? Oboletwe. Did you hear him?
Yes.
Comparing Ghana to Ecuador.
And Sri Lanka.
Please. We are struggling and working hard to get ourselves out of these things. Akufa don't know. On that. But Abasa. Na Abasa no, you cannot sit down. Now who can say the tenity me come and no there too. We a bema and you also kuding. Say Ghana say ya or say Ghana say ya. How come Africa Exim Export and Import Bank $750 million? Sad road projects are Swami. And so program roads are why can't they give us those huge money?
94.7.
$750 million. Adentina Cocoa syndicated loan $1.3 billion. Say Ghana Chrome ya sika sema say ni ya pra. Why should they give us that money? Anke Yakobi bianga maya mayeng. But we can see light at the end of the tunnel. We are doing everything humanly possible to make sure say we get ourselves out of these things. Now so we are timening now with the why you say in terms of how we can pay revenue, if anything, taxes. How can we develop? They're generating from their own people. Because they respect. Abai who see who dying who just say. Now we see dying if anything any business so see now people know. And then no see what people know. I should have say or Bushman say then one mambo me kro o sitting then we are emrana maban kwan so nji to e won nchen.
Property rate.
Of course, it's a form of a tax. Aban enja assassin bi amano. Wanto cement amano, wanto bo amano, wanto anhwa amano, labor cost. On twabi bo sit then we are. No ababa 94.7. It is wo obi adedan ma ba wo. Me beje to wo ho. Obetua. Obetuara. Obetua ara. No, you know what's the nobody want to pay tax in this country. A lot of people, even rich people, sometimes they run away from taxes. They always want to evade tax. And the when you say we are Timemini pa, I would say we are Ghana nimpa. I would try to. We'll get ourselves out of these things. And the Kakira mechanism. Red is nabano. And abano and transi and share. We're programming one or yes, some sort of fiscal consolidation. Prioritizing some of the expenditure of a year, cutting about 30%. I was expenditure near or they will take their time and make sure and measure say, Adia ye, and no being able to say ye. And that's going to help us to consolidate some of these gains I ye. And the revenue I say. Many animal almost share a touch on some of the debate on this E11 Nadia. Mina me metiapa, manage humitia. I'm excited of paying ye levy. Many J say me try levy. Esan say me try a twoke to an film with the banner. Ye boabanoa, ye de koyem pundu bi e wo krobis with the mammy.
Okay.
And I'm not ashamed. So among Benin and the new finance minister,
Asempa 94.7
will be able to raise more revenue. And I'm also excited. Say exemption taxes is one of the way of trying to generate more revenue. Many so. And I thank the minority for supporting in that arrangement. Because in the 2-time Amawa parliament, we share exemptions year contractors, every year you more video modeba so now we want to look at these things. And the okay. So the first thing to fight some of these things is about a friend saying, "Kwanya be faswa, ye be di to, ediabwa or mano need the queen." Then comes to the issue about
finally.
Matt say, yes, touch all the thing. Gutafui was it what I call demonstration at the day. Na you were ukaya, maybe 2 million penny mewafa, Dr. Bingwaha.
Yes.
There was a time now you had benchmark values. Only said amount 50%. Government wanted to take back that 50%. Now you need to give more taxes on that arrangement, and they were also not happy about it. And Yama Bebrea, we can get them from here. There is no major government policy in this Fourth Republic that you can compare to Akudanko Kufado when it comes to industrialization. And his drive and his vision and enthusiasm or the back in private sector.
Asempa FM
for industrialization in this country.
94.7.
Because Niamna do na reye no ye din wo kromo ha mfa so ba so. Say wo ka wudi fidi ba. Wontua to ho. Raw materials wo do bia wo tua kakra bi e wo so ye ma wa another tax exemption about 5-10 years. Afeko go down. Ye nye bi da. In this Fourth Republic, say when the president who has the vision. Dr. Nguma see almost close to about 50, 60 industries. But essence yen demand shresunti. And when they brought a policy called diversity and implementation, okay. Yet so far these people. But they can sit on high horse and condemn Abdullah Kufado. That he's clueless, he's visionless, he doesn't know what he's doing. If we are able to continue, so far over 106 of this private sector led, supported by government, industrialization drive, Sikaya ID crack and one we consume here, GIPC. Article 26. Reserve businesses in the hands of Ghanaians solely. Good afwe yara. Oma ko share Chinese wechi. No mu do minima ko je. That's what they do. That is what they do. And the adwuma yi
GIPC will be session and the act deals with sections. Article
26. I'm talking about the 26.
Article will be a constitution. Constitution and what articles in the Act of Parliament.
Section 26 of the GIPC Act. No? Section 26. Yes. About reservation of certain businesses to be done solely by Ghanaians.
Okay.
And JV's joint ventures, your partner, Chinese, Indian, Ghana, now when they are repatriating all these monies away, there's going to be a pressure on the city and the dollar.
Mate, honorable. Mamintie and MPC, I'll come back to you. Na so but we say good evening, senior. Koforidia has seen its fair share of development when it comes to sport in this country. The construction of 2 astroturfs within the constituency, one being the Methodist School, Betom, by the Honorable Deputy Minister of Trade and MP for New Joabin South constituency, Michael Ochrebefi. Another one being built at the Sarkodie School Park at Insukwao by the GNPC, 60% done. The Koforidia Sports Stadium is about 90% done, and it's part of the youth resource centers being built by the government. We are grateful to the NPP government and the MP. Dachihine Eugene Nanayao Brimpong, Communications Director, New Joabin South constituency of the NPP. We say, good evening, OB. I am actually astonished at the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, on his recent comment about the reshuffling of his non-performing ministers. When did it become a crime to reshuffle? Why was he reshuffled from Attorney General to the Foreign Affairs Ministry under President Kufuor? Please tell Titus that the dollar is past 9 cities and the good people of Tema will not play on his astroturf on their empty stomachs. Tradels. Good evening. Glorious birthday to Comrade Yao Atefua Enchi, Branch Chairman Kede Adompo of the NDC and Head of Serial Callers, Kade Constituency. May the Lord bless you with wisdom, good health, long life and abundant grace. Godfred Bonsu, Ewo Kade Constituency. Well, it's a good evening, bro. Obi, tell Titus he is doing very well with his Equiapim tree. Excellent submissions. Kofi Chum Boafo and on the way Abraham Kofi. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Wait, so Obi, please let me apologize to NMPSA. Yes, there is no astroturf at Ebri Com, rather a polyclinic yet to be commissioned. Sincere apologies. Thank you. Ain't confirmation there NPSA.
That's it.
Yes.
Menyen say kakra. Unse obi kan say odan Zongo AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Me can say me cross check say Ampa because at the time I me going no nye.
Yeah.
But many confirmation so nga ye wie that.
O ma wie.
Yeah,
okay.
I give it to
okay.
to. Nti and also me train me kan na san.
Okay.
Even man campus say e wo ho adan na me can say I'll confirm. Nti me train say honorable title so be send the location na me metimi akwa na. Next week me ba meeting ba be bo na nti so nim say onim ni amete me ko na ni ho me ba beka nti o ma maintain obi President Kufuor
Asempa FM 94.7
nipa bi ke say it's so your reshuffle me bo na osusu say e NDC fo o kan za
Osei NDC for person mo destabilize na ban na nkofo bi nso a enni adwuma o mo pay adwuma.
The NDC for ye dey no be destabilizing the government and now say you can say orange shuffle. I don't it's here ma odeng. Orange shuffle and say we destabilizing the government na. Mentias you or the kusi den so. If you say binum nso a wonni adwuma. E ho dey meja atom. Say binum a wonni adwuma including on ankasa ne serial callers ne food soldiers of from the afa meboa one crowd one do about public we press conference can I say it's a sad ban no or your reshuffle I don't about 2 weeks ago nti say on ankasa no see say Obama mebuga nyanyuma ye na wa ba be create unemployment be brave be yibi mefi bank mu won ga financial institutions akwa tenafi na wo susu sa ban ne nkoyi na wotime complain dia anu ankasa ni jejeje say na hoho say ni babun bi tifie ni wonya adwuma nye under his administration na hoho ade enti sabio so wakasa ban niema nkoye enti yansesan wo aban mu a to ono no ofo say won kon anu ntomonya won asem nya na asem a onu ani jejeje bo obi ye be fansem no mako reshuffle menye ni sese aban bi ye reshuffle na che se nipa na was reshuffle na wasesa won no na won perform so ni sa minim ne president TSFI was hard no because ye kai say President Kufuor abreso sa abre no mu no oye reshuffle bi and the move honorable Safomafo from finance ministry I don't call youth and sports.
Yes.
As at that time, no,
education.
Yeah.
Education
As at that time, no. Now he has been adjourned the best finance minister in Africa.
Yeah.
It is our so be a and says be unipa no perform. Unless say be a president for the person train say on no ntiase fa mamu hu no e different from near young yehu. Because and never be break or so and can say some po omobi no ka. Just say be an amity be a main person me je say wa mortgage portfolio no into obi a baby o ten wato to yaka nti ene dia santesa anka me hu mfumuso e wo this call noble call say because obo hanu ma wa bre obi say road minister say who say we tua pia wa no ache anu nyina akono so menka eyi kire se wa perform na on perform ye but akwara huru hie nti na me guess what you say
yes
or brave or the bravado into what they no share interior and that defense obet ma boduma na national security obet ma boduma pa and just say be obi won bia onye adwuma wo hoye what now for almost 6 years into amraye the biana road minister and just onye adwuma yo na me what you say
yes
but at least man no so ne respect man no ho me kakra e bia up change obi based on nipa no not because of ne competence but ne style. So what I say, e bia sana me pese community nka me de obi ba be show no aye ne say ase me so kwana koye bi wa ha because e bia bre to be honest with you ministers ni be won bre on ni kura how because feeling no actually say minister be say minister of health omreye nani how wa bre papa if you say adwuma ma ban in opposition I think say President Kufuor time go opposition na me boa
oh yeah he was He was at the time deputy finance.
You see, it is any pano sabi. Adwenga hia no wa yenya bi zumfi baby mfufuma meka ho. Ghana ni gu a yenya ye ombio. It is here can say bia asemasi a heade se so hina for ikosha ha. Eno nkyira hwe. Because me papa mu ni nyina ye ka. Papa so. All pa homa so. Enye na ndom de onti o. Na ni yedi nti. Ba obi me je decide President Kufuor kan assassin because ehin egbo. Na niu. Ehin egbo. Ba ferry. Anti sanka no koken yokan de. SMP rating aba extra performance.
Asempa FM 94.
It's about the fourth rating agency on about Bontambe Kasaba Ghana. Meba. I want you now rating me a negative from Bloomberg to Fates to Hefa. ABC SMP. Enti no can send me minimum so can ampa there. So amount for catchers and name ministers no perform pa. Did he say that?
Osei, according to in his view, his ministers have performed outstandingly well.
Senya Ghana mran kesi e reshuffle na Ekofado.
Aden.
Wa bre. Onya de jokra mfe ejuma na ye de ahye ne san. Onhwe so ye. Gon ni okan yo obi.
Send the ministers ebo won ho moden e ma ne nka.
Na mpacho me ye de marking scheme to enim. Say mark you be a. Minim say basa beti me nya pass mark wo.
The ministers.
I'm telling you. Minister of Transport. Ejuma Benwaye so far. No, tell me. Wakra bus and now why then Ejuma Nwaye so far.
And only Hana title say born about say Olidi Momuko be. Astrotef Nenray.
Oh, okay.
Through ne way with Kapoha and Munya. Okay, I want.
Okay, intino. Tema Western going to no buy. Tema East. The Juma na mano. For all these years, because they are east, I could be a straight fan. It's an office of Chiminana.
That's under him, buses about Metro Mass, and I went.
Buses about Metro Mass. Copim say, even transport fare crowd went to me. And you say, my mom for 22nd and Nadianza. Oh, be a bread.
Asempa FM.
Now, railway minister also had then why?
Oh,
I'll buy any achievements and come back with them in
railway.
You why then? Sky train and Namsro, me apart from say last 2 weeks, Kantamantu, Tamaban train. I feel I started here, Juma. It did really about 3 years ago. Monkofa MPP manifesto no. Namofa metro namu page by page. Now, mon say Minister Ben na paid their manifesto. What me perform accurately. But I want our manifesto. And you'll be another man was a bias from 2020 up to this day. Nearby me. Ain't he a febako? Abesenko and Ameboa. Ain't one chance and no one him. No one say one perform and now say 1 year full year. Yeah, next year catch your then what the from ministry by ministry, sector by sector. Na question one. Okonia, when they show me some boys are the cabinet, then my yafa, where you and then also, and I'm on what to. And none go bet me who say, walk on any man, walk on each. I say. Bisonable. Walk on each.
President said the performance has been outstanding.
Know what the president is saying, how you feel. How you, as a citizen of Ghana, feels. Agoyema, what then? Obi, inflation. The last time. Over 20 years inflation. Maybe I'm bringing over 30%. Ghana currency has become the second worst performing currency. And that, what's the South CD? CD. 100 Ghana cedis. And I'm 10 cedis to buy $1 at the black market. Dollar. Yeah, the Ghana 10 cedis. And that's $1. Aden.
Now I will call black market. I won't call.
Menyanka free good television business. I walk away. Biana.
Uncle banks.
Me see. Me the men cry here. men consistent be here. Na mom freguta member be say so pay even $1,000 kranoko bank be an sabe kana. That is the situation on the ground. Now be that I want to know sadim. Say no nga downgrade Ghana credit rating. Yentimi ntua yanka.
FM 94.
Revenue are you projected for first quarter of 2022. So guy na. Yeah, say you bet me you benya 14.6 billion. That was young projection remember. 14.6 billion. No. Yeah, the more 13.9 billion and the best service and debt obligations. And remember. Yenya 12.8 billion. Inti bosia ya pe and who crown fem to mutu ya grano yen sika nso ndese ya kope bosia ah ni nso enyame ama eyensu ase e bompa na to fisuransa no ba ye ya na because somebody's in charge of that anameboa ko hwese onye na akatu abaya bosuma bi sa kwa nan ni ana na juma ben no waye. And the president say, or you're comfortable with this, or appreciate near Kosi, Nani Joe. Hey, now there's some near to me, Obi. Huh? Correct. The best performing currency in the whole wide world. Hey, Russia rupee, and I'm rubles, and I'm not a perform power. Despite sanctions, Sahura, one has share guns because one invade Ukraine. Now Ukraine for nankasa obi wonidi and na cement bag back what on ahe me crowd come in tibida so what the diesel 1 gallon esi hwa na butumi ye dinchen cement 1 bag diesel 1 gallon boy ye dinchen cement 1 bag obi what they compare value mfaso de esi efisa de mabie no mo ba ayam pani nyina hia ni nyina hia ba nia esese MOB abrabo mo sesa prekope cement 1 bag no and a diesel 1 bag sorry 1 gallon no na wo yemfumfu na wo use fuel e de friend den spray one no bai wo betimi akwa aba apopofo obi premix fuel e won sam today obi sana Ghana ye getini o prempren Dokuno, what on nahi? Gobe, what on nahi? Garini beans, what on nahi? Banchimbor mini amedase. Banchimbor. One canon can new, but I am work at Canada, France. Obi, baby, I away now who are they? Nemo Yakacho, so a bim call my mirror, a bib a bre into Pape. President go 40 ye. Nan chessa, nipa no man homoding. But also, as I say, a big crowd perform more high pa. Me force I have no weak hands be to be conako strengthen her. And also can be an army. It in Canada 4.7. But the president has lost touch with the people. Well, lose touch. Me name no motivation now. It be a baby for honor, or force a who there be an energy. It be a Sabia Samco or Telan Cruisenum, Nanako Manisi Bakum, Nessassia, and no man hot on energy. Into to no be okay. Santesa ka mi hu ne say otimi kapa kire Ghana for say me abango young performance is any with this record obi enye magana baby ayo prempren yan how nyina ne say ya bobosia ma bosia na boso ye nyeska mfentua rating agency no bro for what you nyina ne go bono power asianen into investor bia ukwa invest wo Ghana economy no ma you do it at your own risk yes anete ne what can anyone and you see you don't have to underrate them because investor bia fi abonten ba be investing in Ghana obi or consider sa rating agencies one report how the baba abonten because on cartoonist can go keke niema horo biesa na ban akekan boma or they say Ghana economy bako ya bosiabo bebreba yabo ne yentimi ntua nti ye ho nya kono so ye kwa bosiabo ebenya biom ma kire first quarter sika esenke yenya yem projection ne ye nyan ene ne besan hia ka ho through bosia and say etimi service yen debt Near can be only say prempring economy no ye Jeff Ghana for do nansem. I die foreign driven. One investors are Ghana. Mobile telephone, more in Ghana for there. One repatriate one process and I'm near ma ewa Ghana banking institutions. More in Ghana for there. Do na ya bank there. 1 year demand pen faso. 1 year faso. What the citizens make one kroma one converted into dollars. Enti nyamoka ma yeti as demand and supply situation no. Prempren ye need dollar bia go be bim. Aye betim dia so bia dia no na ka bia mayen. Na ka bia mayen.
Asempa FM.
Just say near minim aban na montu otu. Was adi ho apart from something near to IMF so. I mean how soon they are coming. Minim that will be back. Na se wonya maya fi sa break upem say wo beba no obi dan ahokeka na Ghana ye keka ana bodo keka di ati abre because of course nje buy your friend then pay do as buy and what they buy how many months ni enko be 2 months here and dan na fi mu buy nti adan na fi ye kwa IMF meaning say na okeka no mo de abade da sa prescription mo de buy amfa anya adwuma Modi levy catch us many near my baby or some more ye fa or money and resources who are moving me a year without even more them over to levy so most of there be another papa and none by my and you catch us a fork and spoon situation. What they atre Quancrano, a didia, unto attacks. My boy, what they are trained one sat and I'm friend fork, a didia, ubetia, Muniana Cabezu. Because our window. My nya momwa until me be me koya and I bet you bomb koko ye bomb ko na msisa Ghana sika nyina sem koya sensitization na musanko blows kan nyina say no kwa anka numpo betimi afidi school fu a okom don a wo schools physical bebreba mo chin across the country na mo kodada mo konunum ho na mo serewe thinking say mo attitude mo wie obi abano lose touch. Okay. Ni refi no ho baby a obeso na ede ahu go kakra abrɛ ma me wie men komodi afei niema ye krafi amanone sa na no na bobeso okay me ne ya adwen pa ne yanuanom MP before da bia ye ko ngasama aya na mo nte ngase nso ntrofo me bompa se mo bewie MDC communicators accepted prekope se yang nuanumi enya ne awoka wonfa ano anumudwa emuman wo de nyansa adwen na ebuman wo muman with rhetorics ano keke kasa dabi the solution to sasam na wo kan say ha wo say ye kra wiase bibia no e bi ni say John Mahama esi commander sugar factory esi wo meboa enti keba beboa na atso sikra ye krafia manone ba ayede hard currency e the pressure be to cedi no so against the dollar mobile no mfia sia na ebe yi na mo catch the Ghana for we host
Asempa FM
ne se John Mahama nua ahwerew nti factory ense say ye adwuma ye ntwa na John Mahama ba 2024 we be dua ahwerew se sa na wo catch the India ahwerew so me say anya ye kran e de aboso mesia 6 months ene macho ara meboa nti 6 years ye benya how many 6 months wom bobo na minti 12 different 6 months na wom think ye twa ahwerew say 10 acres kra ye twa times 12 anka anya ye kran no ye ade ba ko a say wo de oboba ko komunuma abien e be create employment amas one was high enclave ho no na aboa import substitution ama sebe ya a secrecy kabure de be kra no e be tew so sa na nka wo bu manyini me diska ko hye omuduam enti me bomoding say ye be boa ye ho me diska ko hye poultry farm mu broiler project enya no wode wanga no me say nyansan obi nyansan wode buman nye kasa ayare ho baby abedu no ankanse se yedu ha because baby president Mahama jaw Ghana no senka ya nya na manyosem aye betra bontin bremu John Mahama for 4 solid years Ye ba be 4 years na COVID by. And I started blame COVID sa. And so me check wa ha no. Obi, COVID in kontebu. A finance minister be butcher na no. Obebu less than 50% of our total money. I realize it. And what? 50%. That's less than 50%. Near Kaya bisa no so or the support to budget. Now Obi, and ya said that I said that COVID. And ya buffer be near when you not to COVID. Because I bet boy me and sika kakra at their supporting budget. But for that thing we will not get that money. It's COVID then how ne the break Ghana. Because through COVID no yan sika at the BI COVID related expenses ana near sang the BI cost support to budget man ye. Intinka sabi say when you be ama wasia o sang bonu kron. We ni na ya o sang say anything. Mo COVID din pa because e boa Ghana e be boa ma ben.
Enim.
Now no me hear Obi patcho me wi kra prekope wada Roma o de minim say obo modern because obehu Russian embassy one tweet bi na wada ba bonten
yeah
me get say we hu chat no me kra wa ha
agric imports
me wa adadi pefe say niama ye de ho to so say eno na esesan ke kra fi Russia na eno ne yensan kantia magana economy na gijan Obi wo ke ka bomu a ye peanut nkati dua be ya bi sendipe intinka enya no kweda say Russia Ukraine me ka be yes say sanka aban je tum say ni tina ya ne yawo intiase ya numa tipaye dura so ati ase anka ye benya solution intem e dia ho e de eni da so ba because what me hu say ye diagnosis no ye hu say eyi na ye problem e ye me na man to ne maye so officer abricon me ba be fiasa to ne maye na do say nya wo intati so obi aniti ya no ko ya mpompo aduru asra ne nankro onim ne nankroma kotobe na eno ho beto da so assistance now me de na minim say radi there is absolutely nothing on site.
Bernard,
baby, I'm meeting.
Any MPSC in your Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Meeting your say Bonsu. Bernard and MPSC waha Honorable Daniel New Quartet Titus Glover. And so you be any other business after this? Yeah, best is here.
Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie, Samsung near, Nokia near, iPhone near, say our printers, mobile phone, accessories. Franco Trading Enterprise, our no TV, this satellite, any ultra panels, Abomuma
Facebook, Sauko Franco Trading Enterprise page. Nasa likes number 100,000. Ayomwa, Edu Muniga. www.francotrading.com. Android app, Franco Trading, Instagram, at Franco Trading. Nani pabadi for dosunti. Franco, the Momo pay code number 189480.
Your branches on the Bebre Wagana baby, Nemum, head office on the Twaya Dabraka, opposite Roxy Cinema.
Tema, Franco will community one waterworks near the enemy. Cycle, opposite Odor Rise. Madina, 100 meters away from the police station. Kaswa, Franco, opposite Kaswa Polyclinic.
And our prayer number is 0246 422 338 and 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise.
Still, phone Papa Fie.
And you're not going.
Alande. Me say, Alande.
Adepen Alande.
Gonna pay Alande.
Hey, finally. Gonna pay Alande.
Do more your way on Ghana Pay. Send and receive money at 0 transaction fees. Pay bills, buy airtime and data. Transfer money in and out of your bank account and so much more with Ghana Pay. Dial *707# to register for Ghana Pay or download the Ghana Pay app from the Play Store or App Store.
Alande. Ghana Pay Alande.
Ghana Pay. Your money, your way.
This service is powered by Gibbs.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord. Who died yes where you?
Kwame, I don't mean you. Aka roofing and a ceiling. Na me contract anon so say. Me feni na enko dan rocksters. Wonso wo kromo pan. Wo dwen ho sen.
Wo contract an won nimne ekọ. Ghana hadie e ba no quality metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and POP ceiling dia. Eye rocksters. Enfie bebre ni na rocksters. E di roofing sheet papa ene ho akade asum Ghana for.
Enka yesi ya no mu die nso ebo.
Eni adufudi achi na nkoto ade bone ne Sundachi. Fre 0544 338041. Say your metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and POP ceiling dia. Fre rocksters na won twa.
Yo, chairman, what they go on for your side?
Charlie, hard times, so see. I try to step back for this side. Sir, but I know they work. See, they also the job for this side.
Oh, Charlie, yeah, wow. But why not the stake for soccer bet, eh?
You say what? Soccer bet?
Yes, they are back with the highest odds, bro. You for look sharp, oh.
When winning is important enough, you do it when the odds are not in your favor. But with Soccer Bet, the odds are in your favor. Bet on the highest odds in any Soccer Bet shop or simply download the Soccer Bet mobile app and bet anywhere. With Soccer Bet, stand the chance to win and get your cash instantly. Soccer Bet, your best bet for sports betting. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. Gaming can be addictive, not for persons below 18 years.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita mi amike. Ecobank, me damase.
Shy, cow than you.
Osei Ecobank, yeah, cruising.
Bonsu bet me a cruise wo wankasa wokem. Esane Ecobank Auto Finance Package nti. Koyen car dealers ahodo PI no onye adwuma bebia. Ye car da wakoma so. Say new car, say second hand. Ehwa ye ma special discounts. Ecobank sa den hihye pa be boa mo etua car no kanyina. Ye ma interest rate ani boa from kra. Ebe brim weni so. Oh, so when your accounts work bank money how kra. Sa kwenye ye da homo bia. Enti enso sa car no ho da keke. Abebu awie. Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa ko Ecobank nkrabata bebia na busa Ecobank Auto Finance Package. Ehihye kakra wo ho. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Asempa, Upa Asempa Tia, Utuni Radio Mupa, Odem 94.7, Asempa FM, oh yeah, do Papa, Asempa FM, everywhere you are, Asempa FM, everywhere you go, Asempa, hey, Asempa, hey, all talk all day.
94.7 Asempa FM Sony Ekosiise Ndwumedi no asogo so a wotie no ma yenemu nyina ase na yensan ma makwa ba bio emra dwumedi eso eni mpiesie wa ha Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover e wa ha Rockstars Roofing Systems nso eboa yen almost wo pechense papa bo dan so a edin e wo se ba utrima ene Rockstars Roofing, quality and affordable. Omo number is 0544 338041. Okohwa chance no de kade wope na omuntwa. Emomusa o metal trusses ewo for all kinds of buildings. Omo ye free estimate. No masa free transport e the amount. O de ko Greater Accra na say Eastern Regional or transportation e free. Car for nso a na say drivers are more pay engine oil papa. Ediegu mu kama bema engine ache oil I come from with Havoline oil 20W50 no ebo adwuma brutal ema engine no eche ejina na nan so ema na car driving no smooth ede ema kama na onso Chevron oil product, it is Chevron company product, any Havoline oil. And the Chevron is, as you know, one of the leading oil companies in the world. Only Havoline lubricants in Incomo, it was 0599 443300. And as you know, Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG, a bank omo bomb homo den papa in Canada. Now almost 114 branches across the country. No almost say obi send you scale from anonia. Now open say one second usika easily. Manefam fa sa platforms so MoneyGram, Western Union, Rare Money Transfer, Small World, Unity Link, SigPay, Transfast, ATL Money Transfer, Remit, and a Pay Angel. Omo the fa platforms we mu bia so a Oko CBG branch bia ubitime usika audio here and a national ID, the reference number, and a residential address details, and boom, you have your money. Unti bibia say a fresh CBG was 0302 216 000. Now no in income. More per cars at all. Say salvaged cars, brand new cars, used cars. And I say, Obezo swap your car. Now top it up, edge car for fra. And I say, be out there, who are sassy be a person tongue, who are assassins who are person who cocoto. And any other property a person will talk, may come for a Maje Automobile and Real Estate Limited amount. Me pacho, only in income, near easy and stress-free deals. Your White Cross Goyle Filling Station off the Kaswa Road. Fre 0559 022 441 0559 022 441. Na one Amaje Automobile and Real Estate into me in the Nkomo. Let me bring my guest in as we try to wrap up any other business. Now, sorry, Honorable Daniel, Ni Quarter Titus Glover. Any other
Philip,
business? Yes.
Metia Minia and MPC. Now, the NDC and the Aparachikis are struggling so hard to paint pictures that Ghana is in distress. That is the kind of propaganda and the kind of message they want to send out to make Akufo-Addo's government look so bad. Yes, Fitch and other international agencies have rated us to that level. But some propaganda no more to create impression. They say the economy of Ghana is in distress, is in disarray, and there's nothing that can be done. In my submission earlier, me catch one with Tifo, including him here. I'm a busuma so bakwa you say Ghana, a juma for a bedroom for you to Ghana. Has it ever happened? Say, busume. You see in Ghana, a bedroom of worker. Anga yebet matrakumwa. Can we sit in this country? Say yet to import crude cra and Timbakrumwa. Sri Lanka. Few months ago, they couldn't even import. The economy is so in such a serious challenge. They could not even have credits to import crude into their country. You can't compare Sri Lanka to Ghana. Philip, I would prefer to buy fuel, very expensive, to fuel my little vehicle that can take me from Tema to anywhere I want to go in this country to go and transact the business or do something for myself and my family. Than to sit home, I won't get the fuel. It will be in short supply, and the price even to afford can be so dear.
Asempa FM.
Which one will you prefer?
94.7.
Sir, what tikrum? Under this government, sir, crew yen sa light. Sir, we got top petrol, diesel, and not gas to power our engines. Na se menya bi na kakra wo so a menya de bia e dia frifie e dia koye bibi amafaso baba so a de way na wo se pepe. When this country under Mills, may he so rest in peace, and your mama, there were a lot of queues in the petrol filling stations because they had no money to buy this fuel for us. Sana ekos wo grumwa. Enya sana tinin. Enya sakura neti. Okaya eka se. Telephone companies, banks are doing no. Some of these banks even came in your time. Zenith Bank was there, then Access Bank was there. All those banks even started when you were in power. It is because Ghana is attractive. That is why we are getting all these international banks to come into our economy. So investment loss was here. The repatriation of profits that they did was here. The legal regime must give some opportunity to look at the law again. And you become parliament. They are sure repatriation in Kakra. And this is and when America say the tax exemption act now bill now are passing the law no and this is because a lot of companies international companies will get exemptions. Now in a year we should exemption ye more ye did says Kenya no e betumi dia baby. Okay, can be say the economy is so bad, investment crown above from my investment because the economy is looking so bad. What Fitch Solutions, a wing of Fitch Credit Agency, a few months ago in June this year, as part of a study no year never betra upon cause I would to you exactly you are. I can't say Ghana na mu pretty picture and say the economy way so bad, so poor no. It's the best to invest here. We're ahead of Nigeria, we're ahead of Senegal, we're ahead of Cote d'Ivoire. These are powerful nations. Nigeria, oil exporting country. The highest in Africa, and I think the third or fourth in the world. the threshold to qualify is 36.3 or 5%. Ghana had 50.6, beating all these people. The major challenge in this country is that our revenue cannot match our expenditure. I say first quarter, we're supposed to have collected about 15 billion cedis. 14 billion, and we collected only 12 billion. That should be your concern as a Ghanaian. That should be your major concern. Say identity and will say, oh, fading and ota. It should be your headache. If NDC is in power today, will have fallen into the sea. And the better in God fading. So if we are struggling to raise revenue, and this is what some say, hey, I want to be that, I want to be G2, they are happy, they are clapping. If you are not a sadist, then what are you? If you are not a sadist, and sadist means obi as obi what problem and near J. That's what people we are dealing with. Because Akufado's government and Kenfrata could not generate revenue, they are happy. You see how he's arguing? Osei, you see the kind of argument he's making? He is happy that we will not be able to raise revenue. Na bushi na yako jeno. Akufado ngwana jibuza ogruba. Nje. Maybe botani. The loans that we have procured in this country, it is not only Akufado's government. It includes theirs. That of Professor Mills, John Mama, Rawlings, Kufua, Papa Michel, everybody so. So the bushi na yajiano. Any win si wona kan nyina no enya Akufado ngwa e dia ne o tianka. So don't create the impression that Akufado has collected loans and he has created debts, and for that matter he's paying only his own. So we are paying debts that we have accumulated from years, including the Yebenya. How are we going to mobilize the revenue? And I appreciate the role and the answers given by the lecturer, the doctor of the Dr. Something. Are you there?
Edu Sarkodie.
So until we can come out of this challenge, you know, we need to do something to raise revenue. Now, you live now as one of the antidotes.
Asempa FM.
Okay, so I see you go say ska. Yeah, advocacy ni go say ska. Hey, PSC. Musa manfo adwiri mu kata manfo se mamuntua yi levy. Mamuntua yi levy no. We shouldn't go out there to tell people the reason why we should pay yi levy. Jesus Christ. What is simple so? And you are happy. Sitting on a high horse. What if you so catch a kasa e di church manfo say. In some Kasia Muka did Chiamanfaso, some Mamutia, so we shouldn't go out and explain. Tax education is not part of their work. Osabozo. Bill and Bill. Tax education. Justin and go. The entire Yamati Vo Omutia to Edimomano. It's not part of their work. And it's a finance ministry led by Kenofuriata, any domestic stock division of GRA. Ako mia bibli.
Asempa FM.
Eko cheche mjentia usiyetia chua. Niye fenye mpujuma. NDC for led by John Mama. Led by my big brother John Mama. Catch and say, yes, this guy and the man row. So we should allow you to sell your mischief, any wickedness, any yeah, no, I can't insult. I will not do that. Momo say propaganda na mo yeno yenjamu na mo tungum sa na mo manfo enya Akufado hu time. The boni awa yenti osi yenti atu kakra. And the mayan go body ru mayan kwa bontingo kasam mayan ba sempa emfam. There was a time I saw some of these domestic tax on by have a church in Umbiwa. To talk to a man for some, a book has said, and I said that the understand it here. It is because we have allowed my good friend, the DPSA and the NDC, and to go among for any. Said, yeah, Ghana
Ghana for Bengu Akufado sebi Akufado nyini papa. Sebi Akufado odo Ghana wati. Akonya so no tie no, he appreciate the challenge ahead of him. Maka na mesema kabio. Philip, President Akufado sleeps and wake up not because he's happy to see the condition in which we find ourselves. Oguja to me, but no, because in other countries, why we're not in this country where we're giving all these goodies? Teachers were sitting in the comfort of their homes for over 1 year and more. They were not teaching. Every month they were paid salaries. They were paid salaries. We give water, we give electricity, we did all kinds of things. Stimulus packages were the industries that were because President can say, sanitizers and these nose masks are there. You say companies who had the capacity, but they lack funding. They gave the money to produce these things here. So these monies will stay here. Sika edima traders in kakaka edi digano. Enya biano no. So when you have a party in opposition called National Democratic Congress, led by John Dramani Mahama, whom we will beat again in 2024, whether he likes it or not. It is not about this noise that they are making. But Ghanaians know that they can trust an MPP government than an NDC government. You cannot sit on a high horse and preach virtues. But you also know your track record. 94. In your time, these challenges never happen. See a body here. I'm a team of Obi, national organizer campaign who said, look, MPP, a human president for the year, we are not telling a story. The science, technical, engineering, and mathematics schools in the see Okromano, back home at Messi, about 30 science blocks. Those time, a whole model school. Basimpe, Abamusu. Is that Sawinsu or whatever? Sefi, Yokromoro.
Yeah.
You do 10 of them. Me say Bakume to me see about 15, 20, 30 science blocks. Administration block. Uche school classroom blocks yes in Agbo. Grandfather Agbo Tontoli Utiasie. Your classroom blocks. Your science labs. Your administration block. Your sick bay. Your kitchen. Any dining hall. Your dormitories. A whole institution. You see you when you know and you so near you. It is can ye. Aquine. Three. For the first time, you define so what won't be theOgruma. You did three quine edifa so franso. You did go see him. Sebi, Sikarbushan ye no, Yamfanko ye in quine.
Okay.
You did Yampuntu Jumo.
Asempa
This national organization, I went to Ghana 2 times in Prenu. And I saw some of the things that we have done as a party. And the MB traffic years with our colleagues in NDC. Now you're 2 foot to Eddie Gugan of Winnie. Asempa Akufo-Addo has not done. He has done a lot for us, and we appreciate it.
Honorable Mamina Sayemre Naso.
The TNN say, a human baby were in him over 2 years and about 5 months to finish his term. Your pipe body say, they are here for me. I'm here to my film. But we need more resources. As for the, if any saying, touch all the thing, reshuffle. He's the captain of the ship. And never been in a position for the Kanudi baby. You can't write it all off. Sending ya sabi. Ayaboni. But what treachery, na what tien was supermua. At least there might be some outer of some truth. And do some self-introspection. And never nya yakani nya yendu because the nya yentungu. Baku me be woman.
Okay.
But I believe in him. I believe in his vision. I believe in his judgment. And I know, say, he will sail the ship to a safe berth. I wish you well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Enim, maybe I told my young point.
Yo, Obi, but that's it. Now, this any honorable Kane. Go back, I said 2016, no, prior to 2016 election. Now, countries are President Kufuor they compare Ghana young performance in terms of say economy, no performance near that. Then what kind of countries maybe?
Cote d'Ivoire was one of them.
That's it. Then Nigeria. Now America, no money UK, no money the other be brisa. What I say? Print what they Ghana young performance. I compare that same country, sir. Same yastico. It's a Ghana young modern boy at the form and kuyekra. Obi ya started bo abanye koko. ANDC for started bo abanye koko. It is dated back to 2016 or 2017. And now Obekai, somewhere February. Can born. Then young can found. Ye two abanye for Busiabo. 2016, Sikan yetimit near the service yen debt was around 10.3 billion Ghana cedis. Then in 2016. Now me know say 2022, yeah, there about 45 billion na service debt. It did not catch us say NDC bossa boy president bossa boy. And na dia baby we be won pray. Go from 120.3 billion young total debt, the stock, both foreign and domestic. And then what they are called about 390 billion. You're hitting 400 billion. What's the infant President Kufuor? President Mills, President Mahama. I think. Oh, I don't know. Say, Yareno, what jetum so, oh, Yareno, Mitia, Sabi, Painfusi. Unyan Sanfubiano, so on nam now with 3. Now she has here. Huh? Make I now do who she's picture. Oh, sorry, then now you're first. Assuming so, I'm not sleep. No, oh, sleep. No, oh, sorry, but hey, then I'm a say. You think I expect this? I'm banging bit me. No, a jatum, and who brasim. Say, a year dear, my year, no, my year, I got it all wrong. And the about do baby away. It's a month for mommy and call. Ned was a Russian-Ukraine war. Nampacho daba na war ni busy. Huh? Matis was a China and your friend then. Taiwan so eti adwa homa so. Nti se nyame anya adom na no so bema eno so ba be another defense. My catcher has a COVID. Anya ye kura no COVID amo Ghana ka. Mebo ana. Cause ye nya sika huru bebre. Ye nya bi fi Bank of Ghana. But for that nka ye nya. Ye nya bi fi European Union. IMF ma bi, World Bank ma bi. Nti ye nya sika dodo. Finance Minister Baba Yankunta actually Ghana for. Take it or leave it. Whether budget to one yan to move. Wabaya Yankunta or the 50% pen a bay Yankunta. Yan fanasa, yan fabbing cowman, then 50%. 50% in a can you business and no why he? Also, media quack support to budget. And yan faso de. Into COVID, no, and a ding. And yan no quarry can me, ching. What's when you to? Na see a cancer, you know. Mpacho COVID and I'm a Ghana young friend and budget deficit acquire 15.6% nana. Tell me, Obi, why interviews we brave? A bang painful was it? Dentin a my record
obviously
budget deficit.
COVID account because you had to spend on budgeted revenue
COVID
just to deal with
COVID by 2020. Emu ahin na ye ngadun say discuss na bekom na ye discuss na man broso to that extent. Ye nya bi kra de beka ma chiro mu say ye nya sika ne bi expendi bi.
But most of those monies no were loans. They were not free money.
I agree. Mejatum e be ye loans. Eno kra na money ye hun. Eno kra na money ye hu. Because bosia e ba betua na dachi. No akwakoja ba bedi because of election inti. And then the money you who be sad defense in come on build that. Sika dachi ba nchirima ba betua. Ni ye hu bibi ade an sabet ma say sika bosia na ekogen eyi ana eyi ne ade ye. UGMC hospital is one. But you say when cost. E be ahin. Enu $400 million. Meboa. Yenya as much as $6 billion plus. And you get me see UGMC be sample back on northern sector, middle belt, na bia coastal liner. And the Obinka Yentimen fire and sign sample dachi. I did back up president before during HIPIC time, no era no is there. HIPIC benefit, no actual school down be hunyade. In Tanya Kraman for Hukakra. Ebi Kran and Yefe, but fine. O Mama Fun say, Sika Yenya, Ebini. Prempre yen nyamu be brain fire and sanctuary. But at least a man for who say, a bang no. O ma yehu bibi kakra na yi the covid ntan pa na yebetim de nsa kire obi baby ayewo no enye bribia se aban no teso no wa money braye na mum amanfo agije no so hye proi ba hye bone aban bi hebu teso sikani ba wode bibia agyaw no obi se wo school no share sa boys ni oba school a net trunk net no san kura bag ke sipra o mpabua huru nyina gumbi obakai Ebed Baba man kwan no be go fie na mpobua no ba ko gra ni wo wa discord the by na sansa ne ho ne nyina aton adi. We had those boys in our schools and amebo sa pepe na ban behave enti aban nya da wode ade jaw no betimi ahweso ye aban onye na adwen se obehwe Ghana Japade bi so amanchiri mada odi ase na dinchiri made ankenne ye monkomo enko fa Japan membio e Japan royalties kianko fa mehye muda obi President Mahama wanya abangi bonio the be America say obi from 2019 and Ghana yensi kasem etopi obekai pa krate kura mi pa just obi hu etifin sem no Bloomberg can so be hu
CD falls to record as foreign investors shun Ghana bonds.
That's but the date no man
2019, February 2022.
That's it.
February 22nd, 2019.
2019, February. Second month in February. Sabre Nesikan Ghana City, no, if you say follow. Near Bowonkai, a human amu yo, Ozo Munya Masem, 1 million votes in a dozen into Mani Supreme. 1 TB. Oh, Mokran Kamboya Chengsa. Oh, and so Yenim say, near a 2 year 2014, no, and you been a 2 year Prempring. So what I say? Even though na young domestic issues no young commodities price never dey kwaba no ne cotton no ni nyina abo esi from meboa obi e dia dance cocoa bo about from oil bo crowd to the center young Jubilee field there this is oil yetimi anya of third barrel no whatever no enya problem enti yenya forex and nothing you call IMF say you could get balance of payment support you could pay for it. Meboa prempren yako jeden sese yako jeden yako je credibility ni asan de akope bosia bioma na is that the solution na o show bongum na o pese opia o koso atu bongum na ya je bosia me de nga betu baabi prempren ye ho nya kono wo bosia ho bio nti yakope credibility from IMF ni aye credit worthy asan ko je bosia bioma na this question say mumi samayin Timi da bia make say ya hwene ya IMF no kon en chinsha dan fam faso di papa bia because aban no recklessly no but Ghana kodu bia ya do no obi sam from aboni bia boy betom ya dobon na no ye ni hwia ye besom from aboni bia bo Ghana ye betobon no enti ehia adwen motew no kwaridi keke eyirim ya hu ye ya nyane ye forget about the election. So what I say? Because a Jumano, what the amount of there be a may and faton say, so to say, Obi, sumrubru free, no bubu. Anoma, bet. Osmo bubu free. Now, brubunis in the corn. No, I promise all the corner, Miss Free, and I'll be. Akranti, on an amonaho, then I'll be second other bonaman to go fee. What promise also free we are, and no be over to know what they are natural. Because what you are bang with the dow. What's your bang with the dow? Perform na Ghana Baga so ampa. Why ya kwapa no kwafo? Why ya Jumana manaso ani? Inti bi kra na yamfa kakran kan wo he. Na no si ho na wo ka breaking the 8. Inti yantwa wo na breaking the 8 na so abedin Ghana ho ana. After breaking the 8 and answer what shall say in Ghana ho ana. Yama 6 solid years so far. Almost. Then President Kofado anka COVID by. Also, they know how to bring back the economy. And I'm a
yes.
Or turn the economy around. But human beings, they don't know how to bring them back. It cannot be any possible. What they nipa wonge will be back to life. Me bwana. Enti waka since 2020. Before 2020, no, so what? Ghana economy is robust. Ejina nanso. Esi den and our countries be brave around us. Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin, even Walton, Burkina Faso, Senegal. What may perform critically to the extent say even IMF about Bontabeka say Côte d'Ivoire economy no is robust. And I want to hear. It is because we not develop shock absorbers. It is COVID no shock na antimi move on. And I know say was sound economy. Wama wusi kasem abang niaman to train no what to tuni. It is shock waves be about how. Just as President Mahama did for Nana Akufo-Addo. Buffers are raw idija abayin. Hina na want ya kan obi. President Mahama kono anye ye kura no. Ye jawo buffers. Sinking Fund, Stabilization Fund, Exim Bank, GIIF, Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, ESLA, Energy Sector Levy, Get Sika Bebre, Nina be one empty coffers. Funds near this go now. And Paul Benya be the fight COVID initial stages. And this Ankanya it could be a bear on near Miss Asenti going forward. President Akufo-Addo Fisua. Nase be before Frobe Bar. And who brought Ben Nagana ya bit him their face. Because prevailing challenges nature say currently ye be cry you hu and hu ye. Esi dan na Togo fuel boy a full in Ghana. And yet the same international market no of Ghana. Esi dan na Côte d'Ivoire fuel boy a full that being the in the history of this country. I mean Ghana mom nana amount for a small go fuel. If yako young neighboring countries cotton because of price and tea, then your fortune one day. Then about all are indicators showing say abang kwanga wa faswa to Ghana. Young sikasem or mining punto no and swani and koye.
Any mamenase.
And koye obi. Meda wase na masro na mabo NDC for abaso so far say yere internal elections ye were branch level so far near wanga ye mana aso ani
okay
yentimi can say ye benya ni 100% at least baby or how kakra beba there'll be challenges mesre ye nhwe hu say okona nkasa na yenya nkoye de ye shop onkone nan mu na ye hye nemu den nti yen oil yen missiles ni yemu it should not be against ourselves. Niam prepare very well say 2024 no eyampa abana sorry na ehia say ye beka kotena so per one performance no there are all indicators say ampa wonga breaking the it what can keke what the that one crofo what person was sorry now so yan kotena so ye we need to do something that will propel us also to annex the seat intimesro na yen toyen buase ntutu bibia fefefe na yehu se okona nka se fi ne kwakofisi obi mefa kwani yeso machia wo panelists ba kwa hu na che
why no
chairman of chairman constituency level Eastern regional
yeah friends Kujo Boatin
chairman Kujo o the ding for call into chairman Kujo na me hu ni ba go na the chairman say oh me chairman nti oh yeah the mom here for the good fight na me honorable titles and so oh yeah the born homode I'm say internal elections nti won obi akomamra form oko into an election either you win or you lose losing no nyina na eze won reject totally but maybe they are telling you say it is not yet time
for
you know so keep waiting me that's it.
Bernard and Impiesie and the attending Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.